नमो लोए सवताहुणम ऐसो पंच नमोकारो सवे पावपणासनो मंगलानंचे सवे सिंह पद्मं हवै मंगलम पद्मं हवै मंगलम. We'll be starting this prestigious program of JITO JIIF with lighting of lamp. Request our chairman, Shri Vimalji Sakataria, to please come onto the stage. Now I request our JITO Apex Secretary, Shri Shripalji Sabachawat, to please come onto the stage. Our JITO Apex Working Committee member, special invitee, Shri Narendra Samar. JITO Bangalore past chairman, Shri Prakash Singhvi. DIC JIIF, JITO Apex Shri Shailesh Ji Saharan. KKG Zone Chairman Shri Praveen Ji Sabafna. JIIF Vice Chairman Shri Ravi Ji Saborad. JIIF KKG Zone Convener Shri Vikas Ji Golecha. JITO Bangalore North Vice Chairman Shri Kamal Ji Punmiya. JIIF Convener of JITO Bangalore North Pankaj Ji Jain. And this Shark Angel 3.0 convener, Shri Madan Ji Manot, to please come onto the stage. Our sponsors of the day, Kamalji is here. Request his family also to join him on the stage. Bharatji Oswal, JIIF Vice Chairman, to please come onto the stage. And title sponsor, LITS team, Aryanji and team, to please come onto the stage. Our investors, sharks of today's program, Shikhaji Haran, Shreyas Ji Surana, Vikas Ji Nahar, Nirmal Ji Jain, and Om Ji Jain, to please come onto the stage. Our JITO Bangalore North Vice Chairman Dinesh Ji Bafna, also request him to come onto the stage. KKG Zone Chief Secretary, a dynamic Chief Secretary of KKG Zone, Dilip Ji Jain, to please come onto the stage. Request everybody to be on the stage and request our youth chairman Anish Ji Bhojani and Lakshmi Ji Bafna, ladies wing chairperson Lakshmi Ji Bafna, to please come onto the stage for photo session. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries.
स्टेज पे रहता हूँ, I have to come back. आपका चेयर एक अरेंज करा दूँ आपको? नहीं बट ठीक है, अभी तो बुलाने वाले नहीं बुलाने वाला नहीं, खड़े क्यों हैं आप? थोड़ा टाइम
We'll take this program forward. This platform, which is set today, is not just a Shark Angel 3.0. It is a prestigious platform of JITO Apex, JIIF, JITO Incubation and Innovation Foundation. And this is a unique platform where innovation meets investors, startups, it meets its motivators, its mentors. So we are here for all these things to take it forward. To take this forward, I request our JITO Bangalore North Chairman, Shri Vimalji Kataria, to please come to the stage.
सभी को सादर जय जिनेंद्र। जय जिनेंद्र। आज की ये सुनहरी शाम जीतो का जो मुख्य उद्देश्य कैसे हम आपस में व्यापार को बढ़ावा दें, कैसे हम आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ें, कैसे हम जैन से जैन मिलकर बिजनेस को आगे बढ़ाएं, समाज को आगे बढ़ाएं। हमारी जो आने वाली नई पीढ़ी है, नई जनरेशन है, उनको हम कैसे नए नए आइडियाज़ के साथ मजबूत करें, उस उद्देश्य के साथ आज का ये प्रोग्राम जीतो शार्क एंजल बहुत ही, जब मेरा टेन्योर का शुभारंभ हुआ तब से ये संकल्प था कि ये प्रोग्राम तो हमें करना ही है। लगभग 1.5 साल के बाद इस प्रोग्राम को करने का अवसर मिला। आज इस सुनहरी शाम में बेंगलोर के सभी सितारे यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं। मुख्य रूप से हमारे जीतो एपेक्स के विशेष आमंत्रित नरेंद्र जी साहब सामर, मैं चाहूँगा जोरदार तालियों से इन महानुभावों का हम अभिवंदन करें। हमारे जीतो एपेक्स के सेक्रेटरी, आज के ग्रोथ पार्टनर श्रीपाल जी साहब बछावत, हमारे जीतो की नींव जिन्होंने मजबूत की, जीतो को आज जिस मुकाम पर हम देख रहे हैं बेंगलोर में, उसमें हमारे कई पास्ट चेयरमैन का श्रम नियोजित हुआ है। उसी कड़ी के एक जानदार, शानदार, दिलदार हमारे वाइस चेयरमैन एपेक्स और हमारे जीतो के पास्ट चेयरमैन भाई प्रकाश जी साहब सिंघवी, जिफ के वाइस चेयरमैन हमारी एक निवेदन पर, जिनकी फ़्लाइट जयपुर से साइप्रस उड़ने वाली थी, उसका रूट हमने बदल दिया, बेंगलोर से साइप्रस वो जाने वाले हैं। जिफ के वाइस चेयरमैन भाई रवि जी बोरड़, हमारे ही अपने जिफ के डायरेक्टर इंचार्ज एपेक्स डायरेक्टर शैलेश जी साहब हरण, के जोन के चीफ सेक्रेटरी दिलीप जी जैन, आप सबका इस जिफ के कार्यक्रम में मैं हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करता हूं। जब इस कार्यक्रम की संरचना बनी, शैलेश जी से मेरी बात हुई। शैलेश जी ने बड़े ही उत्साह के साथ कहा कि ये प्रोग्राम तो बेंगलोर में होना ही चाहिए। बेंगलोर एक स्टार्टअप की नगरी है और यहाँ से कई अनोखे स्टार्टअप निकले हैं, तो ये प्रोग्राम बेंगलोर में होना ही चाहिए। तो शैलेश जी का एक मॉरल सपोर्ट था, उस वजह से आज का ये प्रोग्राम हमने यहाँ पर आयोजित किया है। सार के रूप में एक जैन समाज की ब्रांड कहूँ, जिन्होंने स्टार्टअप की दुनिया में जैन समाज का नाम रोशन किया है। हैप्पीलो के फाउंडर विकास जी साहब नाहर, हमारे चीफ सेक्रेटरी शिखा जी हरण, चेन्नई से समागत सुयश जी सुराणा, कोयम्बतूर से समागत निर्मल जी जैन, हमारे ही अपने जो कि बड़े इन्वेस्टर भी हैं और हमेशा स्टार्टअप को सपोर्ट करते हैं, हमको भी सपोर्ट करते हैं, ओम जी जैन। ये सार्क की एक लिमिटेशन थी, इसलिए हमने 5 सार्क तक ही हम सीमित रहे, लेकिन हम चाहते थे कि जो बेंगलोर के और भी धुरंधर हैं, वैसे तो बेंगलोर पूरा धुरंधर है, लेकिन कुछ एक चुनिंदे धुरंधर को हमने यहाँ से ग्रोथ पार्टनर के रूप में यहाँ पर हमने उनको इनवाइट किया है। आज जितने भी स्टार्टअप आए हुए हैं उनके लिए मैं एक आश्वासन देता हूँ कि आप जो भी इच्छा लेकर आए हैं, आपकी जो भी एक्सपेक्टेशन है, उससे सवाया काम करेगा बेंगलोर का यह प्रोग्राम। तो उस प्रोग्राम को सवाया बनाने के लिए हमारे ग्रोथ पार्टनर अनिल जी साहब सेठी, जोरदार तालियों से अभिवादन होना चाहिए अनिल जी साहब। राजेंद्र जी कोठारी, ओम जी जैन, श्रीपाल जी बच्छावत, दीपक जी श्रीमाल। इस कार्यक्रम को आयोजित करने के लिए हमारे चैप्टर के वाइस चेयरमैन कमल जी पूनमिया, उन्होंने कन्वेनर के रूप में अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान की। बहुत ही जुझारू कार्यकर्ता, मुझे कहीं पर भी इस कार्यक्रम को आयोजन घोषणा करने के बाद कहीं पर भी देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ी। कमल जी ने उस रूप में इसको संभाला। भाई कमल जी पूनमिया, जो कि हमारे स्पॉन्सर भी हैं, ये काम भी करते हैं, समय भी देते हैं, उसके साथ साथ अर्थ का भी विसर्जन करते हैं। को कन्वेनर के रूप में हमारे मदन जी मुनोद, जो कि एक कहते हैं कि कोई भी काम को सफल बनाना हो तो उसको मदन जी को सुपुर्द कर दो। तो मदन जी मुनोद ने भी इसमें बहुत ही अपना श्रम नियोजन किया है और मेरी पूरी कर्मठ ऊर्जावान वर्किंग कमेटी, हमारी लेडीज विंग की चेयरपर्सन लक्ष्मी जी बाफना, हमारे साथ महालक्ष्मी जी है। तो यहाँ पर जितने भी स्टार्टअप आए हैं तो महालक्ष्मी साक्षात यहाँ पर विराज रही हैं, तो आपको कोई टेंशन लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो लक्ष्मी जी बाफना, हमारे यूथ विंग के चेयरपर्सन अनीस जी। इस कार्यक्रम को आयोजित करने में जिफ की पूरी टीम का हमें बहुत ही सहयोग मिला, चाहे वो रवि जी हो, जिनेंद्र जी भंडारी हो, उनकी पूरी टीम हो, भरत जी ओसवाल हो, या हमारी सेक्रेटरीट की टीम दीपक जी, अंशु जी, आकांक्षा जी और दर्श जी, इन्होंने भी हमें बहुत ही सहयोग दिया है। हमारे और एक ग्रोथ पार्टनर MC जी बरलोटा साहब हमारे बीच में उपस्थित हो चुके हैं, उनका भी हम हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं। और आज की शाम को विशेष बनाने के लिए हमारे जॉब के चेयरमैन विनोद जी साहब पोखरना, विनोद जी, उनका कल प्रोग्राम है, पूरे भारत में, पूरे विश्व में जॉब मेला लगने वाला है। पहली बार जीतो में 170 सेंटर पर जॉब फेयर हो रहा है। तो ये इनका जुझारूपन है, इनकी कर्मठता है। हमारा भी LIT कैंपस में बेंगलोर का जॉब फेयर है, तो आज के प्रोग्राम के बाद आपको मैं सबको वहाँ पर भी आमंत्रित करता हूँ। वहाँ पर आपको विनोद जी की मेहनत देखने को मिलेगी, किस जुनून के साथ, जिसको हम बोलते थे हमारे कन्वीनर, जब हमने बनाया राकेश जी पोखरना को, तो लोगों ने उनको कहा कि जॉब में तो कुछ काम नहीं है। हमारे विनोद जी पोखरना साहब हमारे बीच में, हमारे JITF के जोनल सेक्रेटरी महेश जी नार भी उपस्थित है, जिन्होंने कई IAS और IPS को तैयार कर दिया। तो हम महेश जी नार, आपका भी हम हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं। हमारे इंटरनेशनल विंग से हमारे महावीर जी भी यहाँ पर उपस्थित है, हम आपका भी स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं। तो आज की यह शाम और बेहतर तरीके से सभी सार्क और ग्रोथ पार्टनर को मिलकर हम उसको और सुनहरी बनाएंगे, और जितने भी स्टार्टअप, कितनी मेहनत करने के बाद ये स्टार्टअप अपनी योजना लेकर समाज के सामने, इन्वेस्टर के सामने प्रस्तुत होते हैं। कितनी मेहनत लगती है, तब जाके एक स्टार्टअप खड़ा होता है। हमने देखा है कि जीतो के अंदर जितने भी स्टार्टअप सार्क एंजल तक पहुंचते हैं, वो पूरी तरह से ग्रोथ होने के बाद ही यहाँ पर उनको एलो किया जाता है। तो ये जो 6 स्टार्टअप है, मैं ये जो सार्क और ग्रोथ पार्टनर के साथ साथ ऑडियंस को भी कहना चाहूँगा, आपके पास QR कोड आएगा, आप भी इन्वेस्टमेंट से मत चूकिए। और हमारी जो नारी शक्ति यहाँ पर उपस्थित है, आपके पास विशेष अधिकार होता है। 1 नंबर 2 नंबर 1 नंबर का पैसा, 2 नंबर का पैसा तो हम सब ने देखा है, लेकिन 3 नंबर का पैसा किसके पास होता है पता है? किसके पास होता है? नारी शक्ति के पास होता है 3 नंबर का पैसा। तो आप भी यहाँ पर वंचित मत रहिएगा। इतने अच्छे स्टार्टअप यहाँ पर, सबकी पिच मैंने देखी है, और इतने स्टैंडर्ड और इतने शानदार स्टार्टअप यहाँ पर बेंगलोर में आए हुए हैं। तो हम सब इससे वंचित नहीं रहें, और भारत का अब तक के जितने भी सार्क एंजल हुए हैं, रवि जी, मेरा विश्वास है कि सबसे ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर कहीं से जाने वाला है तो बेंगलोर से जाने वाला है। तो पुनः आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत, अभिनंदन, जय जिनेंद्र। और हमारे जोनल के कन्वीनर विकास जी, आगे की पूरी बागडोर उनके हाथ में है, तो विकास जी संभालेंगे, और हम सब मिलकर इसको एंजॉय करेंगे। और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मोटिवेशन हमारी तरफ से, जितने भी स्टार्टअप आए हैं उनको हमारी तरफ से मैक्सिमम मोटिवेशन मिले, मैक्सिमम फंड यहाँ से वो लेकर जाए, और अपनी ग्रोथ यात्रा में वो जीवन भर जीतो को याद करें, जीतो के प्रति उनकी कृतज्ञता बढ़ती रहे, यही हमारा प्रयास रहेगा। पुनः आप सभी का स्वागत, अभिनंदन, जय जिनेंद्र।
To set the tone of this program and the vision of this program, now I invite our Vice Chairman, JITO Bangalore North, Shri Kamalji Sapunamia.
Very good evening to one and all. Jai Jinendra. Jai Jinendra to all our esteemed entrepreneurs, visionaries, respected professionals, mentors, and all the brilliant minds gathered here today evening. It gives me immense pride to welcome you to JITO Shark Angels, a platform that represents not just investment, but belief in ideas, belief in innovation, and most importantly, belief in people. At JITO, our mission has always been larger than business alone. We stand for socio-economic empowerment, value-based education, and community welfare, creating meaningful impact while staying rooted in ethics and values. Since its foundation in 2007, JITO has grown into a powerful ecosystem of businessmen, industrialists, professionals, and leaders united by a common vision to uplift, empower, and grow together. And today, Through the Bangalore North chapter, we are strengthening that vision further. We are building bridges, bridges between experience and ambition, bridges between capital and capability, bridges between dreamers and doers. Through initiatives like our JITO Business Network, we create opportunities for collaboration, mentorship, and meaningful business relationship. But today is special for entrepreneurship, innovation, and bold thinking, because every great company, every great moment started with a simple idea, an idea that someone dared to believe in. That's where JIIF, JITO Incubation and Innovation Foundation steps in, and under this vision, Shark Angels becomes more than just an event. It becomes a launch pad, a place where founders get access to mentorship, networks, guidance, and investment, where investors discover bold opportunities, and where ideas are challenged, sharpened, and transformed into scalable realities. Today, in this room, there may be startups that redefine industry, founders who resolve real-world problems, and partnerships that create extraordinary impact. And who knows, the next breakthrough story may begin right here. So I encourage all of you, listen deeply, think boldly, ask fearlessly, and connect meaningfully. Because when vision meets opportunity, remarkable things happen. So I say today is not an event, but just the beginning of something very powerful. Thank you.
हमारे टाइटल स्पॉन्सर लीड स्कूल अरियन जी जैन, उनका भी हम, उनके पूरे परिवार का, अरियन जी, उनका भी हम तहे दिल से स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हैं। उन्होंने हमें टाइटल स्पॉन्सर के रूप में स्वीकृति प्रदान की, और कल का जो हमारा प्रोग्राम है जॉब्स का, वो भी लीड स्कूल में ही हमने आयोजित किया है, जयनगर 7 ब्लॉक में। तो अरियन जी आपका भी हम तहे दिल से स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं। ये एक नन्हा जादूगर जो कि एक हमारी जो स्कूल की व्यवस्था है, जो हमारी ट्रेनिंग की व्यवस्था है, उसको चैलेंज कर रहा है। और मैंने देखा उनकी, जब मैंने सुनी उनके बारे में, तो मुझे लगा कि ये वास्तव में कुछ ना कुछ यूनिक करने वाले हैं, और आगे ये आने वाले जो स्टडी का जो भविष्य है, एजुकेशन का जो भविष्य है, उसको बदलने वाले हैं। तो उनका भी हम हार्दिक स्वागत अभिनंदन करते हैं।
अब मैं यहाँ पे ऐसे व्यक्तित्व को इनवाइट करना चाहूँगा who is really encouraging entrepreneurs and who is passionate about this vertical of JITO, JIIF. May I invite our JIIF Vice Chairman, Shri Ravi Ji Borod, onto the stage.
जय जिनेंद्र एवरीवन। सबसे पहले थैंक्स टू बेंगलोर नॉर्थ टीम टू ऑर्गेनाइज दिस ग्रेट इवेंट। हमने आज तक 28 इवेंट्स करी है इंक्लूडिंग दिस वन, एंड आई कैन टेल यू विदाउट एनी ब्रेड बटर, कुछ भी लगाए बिना मैं बोलता हूँ, एज फार एज द क्वालिटी इज कंसर्न, दिस इज प्रोबेबली द बेस्ट वन। व्हेन आई से क्वालिटी, नंबर्स 500 नहीं है, लेकिन जो है वो सारे 100 पे 100 वाले, ऐसा अभी तक जितना मैंने सुना है सब के बारे में। स्टार्टअप्स चूँकि हम लोगों ने सेलेक्ट किए हैं और उनका इंस्पेक्शन किया, वी नो द क्वालिटी ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स इज़ ग्रेट। शार्क से अभी मिलके लगा कि देयर इज़ नथिंग टू थिंक अबाउट दैट, बिकॉज दे आर, और बेंगलोर वैसे भी स्टार्टअप कैपिटल है। सो दिस प्रोग्राम क्वालिटी वाइज आई कैन टेल यू इट्स 10 on 10 डेफिनेटली। क्या रिजल्ट आता है, आई होप अब तक के जितने हमारे इवेंट्स हुए हैं उसका नंबर तो पास होना चाहिए। अभी विमल जी बोल भी चुके, एंड ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज ही नो शार्क्स मोर देन मी, तो प्रोबेबली वो नंबर अच्छा होने वाला है। अभी टाइम का कांस्टेंट है, ज़्यादा जिफ के बारे में मैं नहीं बताना चाहता हूँ, इट टेक्स फ्यू मिनट्स, सो मैं टोटल विसर्जन करता हूँ। अभी अर्जन की बातें होएगी सारी। आई कैन टेल यू सम ब्रीफ थिंग्स जो इस इवेंट के साथ होने वाली है। 28 इवेंट हमने कर ली और करीब करीब एक हैट्रिक इस इवेंट के साथ लग जाएगी। वन इज करीब 100 स्टार्टअप्स, ऑल द नंबर्स आर 100, 200, 300, इसलिए मैं 100 बोल रहा हूँ। 100 के करीब स्टार्टअप्स, 100 के करीब शार्क्स और 100 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट, ये हमारी जिफ की अब तक की इवेंट्स में हो चुका है। ये सारी चीज़ें आज यहाँ पे होने वाली है। सो नॉट टू स्पेंड मोर टाइम, आई जस्ट वांट टू एडवाइस भी नहीं करना चाहिए, सब ज्ञानी है, बट जस्ट सजेशंस बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट वी हैव सीन। आउट ऑफ 28 मैंने करीब 18-20 मैंने मेरे 2 कार्यकाल में करवाए। सो देयर आर सर्टन थिंग्स। एक तो टाइम के बारे में है, वो अभी हम बात कर चुके हैं, बिकॉज 6 स्टार्टअप और 5 शार्क्स, ये हमारा बिगेस्ट इवेंट है। हम 4 से ऊपर कभी भी नहीं गए और 4 के इवेंट में भी 2.5 घंटा हमारा कम पड़ जाता है। सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी टाइट। सबको थोड़ा टाइम का कॉन्स्टेंट रखना पड़ेगा, तब जाके होगा हमारा ये सक्सेसफुल। एंड ऑडियंस से मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि दे शुड फॉलो व्हाट शार्क्स आर डूइंग। एक तो इनका डीप नॉलेज, तो कई बार हमने देखा है ऑडियंस चिंतन में रह जाता है कि मैं करूं या नहीं करूं, या फिर एक फ़ोन करके राय ले लेंगे। जब 5-6 शार्क्स यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, सीजन्ड इन्वेस्टर्स बैठे हैं, आई थिंक दे शुड गो ऑन द मोमेंट। बाद में ज़्यादा रिव्यू करने के बजाय दिस इज़ द राइट टाइम। दूसरा, स्टार्टअप्स के लिए एक पॉइंट ज़रूर कहना चाहता हूँ, दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। स्टार्टअप्स के लिए मनी इज़ नंबर 1। ऑफ कोर्स दे हैव टू राइज फ्रॉम देयर करेंट लेवल्स। पैसे की ज़रूरत ज़्यादा है, एंड आई कैन टेल यू वेरी प्राउडली, इस प्लेटफॉर्म पैसे आपके पास कहीं से भी आ जाएंगे। स्टार्टअप अच्छा है तो लोग झोली भर भर के देंगे आपको, बट द पॉइंट इज़ व्हाट वी हैव इन जीतो, इन जिफ, जो इकोसिस्टम है, यू कैन नॉट बाय स्पेंडिंग इवन मिलियंस। हर शार्क अपने आप में इकोसिस्टम है, एंड देयर हैव बीन एग्जांपल्स। एक एक शार्क ने एक एक स्टार्टअप को बियॉन्ड अपने बिजनेस जाके सपोर्ट किया है, एंड दे हैव रिजन लाइक एनीथिंग। यूज दिस। इस प्रोसेस में आपको देखिए अभी बार्गेनिंग होने वाली है अच्छी खासी। आप 1 रुपया बोलोगे तो हमें 8 आने में चाहिए, 8 आने की चीज़ 4 आने में चाहिए, ये होने वाला है। थिंक अबाउट इट इन योर माइंड कि यहाँ पे डील आपकी थोड़ी बहुत कम बेसी में होती है, तो डोंट लूज द चांस। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, sir. We would like to hear a few inspirational words from Director in charge of JITO Apex. Request Shri Shailesh Ji Haran to please share a few inspirational words with us.
जय जिनेंद्र। सभी रेस्पेक्ट डिग्निटरीज, जीटो के बेंगलोर नॉर्थ, बेंगलोर साउथ चैप्टर एंड जीफ पूरी कमेटी, उन सभी का मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। जीतो जीफ के सभी सदस्यों, निवेशकों, स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स और मेंटर और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी मेहमानों का जीटो शार्क एंजल इवेंट में हार्दिक हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं मैं। आज जीफ बेंगलोर के रिहायशी के रूप में मैं यहाँ आकर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। यह कार्यक्रम नए आइडियाज़, उद्यमिता और इन्वेस्टमेंट को साथ में लाने का एक शानदार मंच है। आज स्टार्टअप नई सोच के साथ आगे बदलाव ला रहे हैं। हर स्टार्टअप के पीछे एक ऐसा इंसान होता है जो कुछ नया और कुछ बड़ा करने का सपना देखता है, लेकिन सिर्फ सपना होना काफ़ी नहीं है। सही मार्गदर्शन, सही नेटवर्क और सही सपोर्ट भी बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, और यह काम जीफ कर रहा है। जीफ सिर्फ निवेश नहीं करता, बल्कि फाउंडर को सही लोगों से जोड़ता है, उन्हें मार्गदर्शन देता है और साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ने का मौका देता है। शार्क एंजल जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म नए उद्यमियों को अपनी बात रखने और सही निवेशकों तक पहुंचने का अवसर देते हैं। आज यहाँ मौजूद सभी फाउंडर्स से मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि बड़े सपने देखें, मेहनत करते रहें और कभी हार न मानें। हर बड़ी कंपनी की शुरुआत एक छोटे से आइडिया से होती है। और सभी इन्वेस्टर्स से मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि शुरुआती निवेश सिर्फ बिजनेस में नहीं बल्कि उस इंसान के जुनून और मेहनत में इन्वेस्टमेंट करें। कि आप कोई भी स्टार्टअप बिजनेस देख के इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करने, वो स्टार्टअप का जो भी फाउंडर है उसके जुनून और उसकी मेहनत को देखें, उसकी नीयत को देख के इन्वेस्ट करें। बेंगलोर आज भारत का बहुत बड़ा स्टार्टअप हब है और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ऐसे कार्यक्रम आगे चलकर कई सफल बिजनेस और प्रेरणादायक कहानियां बनाएंगे। मैं जीफ की पूरी टीम और इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाने वाले सभी लोगों को बधाई देता हूं। थैंक यू, धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, Shailesh sir. So we'll start the program we all are waiting for. And we all are eagerly waiting to start this, see how the pitch is presented to you and how is Shark taking those proposals and, giving investment proposals. So to carry out this entire process, I request our KKG zone convener, Shri Vikas Ji Gulicha, to please come onto the stage.
Thank you. Jai Jinendra, welcome all. I can see the room filled with full enthusiasm to hear, learn, unlearn disruptions in the industry and ready to empower the ambitions of budding entrepreneurs and being part of their journey. So, welcome you all again. Everyone has got this pamphlet, is it? So, we have two QR codes on this pamphlet. So, one on the left, where you can get all the details of, by scanning the same, you can get all the details of the pictures of the startups who are presenting. Second, if you are interested to invest in any of the startups, you can solicit your interest in this form. So now, let's start this event. So I welcome the sharks on the platform. So starting with Nirmal Jain, who is a visionary educational leader and entrepreneur who has dedicated his career to revolutionizing education through innovative teaching methodology and industry-aligned curriculum development. Through his leadership of prestigious institutions like United Institute of Technology and Chinnamaya Vidyalaya, he has pioneered educational framework that bridge academic learning with real-world challenges while maintaining diverse business interests across the multiple sectors. Please welcome Mr. Nirmal Jain. Next, I welcome Vikasji Nahar from creating one of India's leading premium healthy snacking brands to redefining the D2C consumer space. Shri Vikas Nahar brings exceptional expertise in brand building, scaling businesses, supply chain excellence, and market expansion. Next, Shikaji Bhandari Haran. Shikaji Haran is a seasonal angel investor with business leader with over a decade of operational experience across the automobile, real estate, and startup sector. She currently leads the Haran family office, driving a founder-first investment philosophy with a strong focus on the energy, electric vehicle, and automobiles ecosystem. Under her leadership, the family office has invested in more than 25 startups, supporting visionary entrepreneurs building the future of innovation in India. Next, I call upon Suyash Surana ji. Suyash Surana Jain is a next generation entrepreneur and ecosystem builder operating at the intersection of industrial real estate, infrastructure, warehousing, and strategic capital platform in India. As director at Grand Housing Limited, he is actively involved in industrial land development and land aggregation and building scalable industrial ecosystem that supports India's manufacturing and logistics sector. Next, I call upon Om Jain. Om Jain is a seasoned entrepreneur, investor, and business leader with over 40 years of experience across electronic retail, debt syndication, and land transaction. Starting journey at the age of 9, he has received prestigious Rashtrapati Award in 1991 and later completed his MBA from the University of Wales, UK, along with executive leadership program from IIM Indo. Guys, Let's show the enthusiasm for all the sharks present here. Also, welcoming all the growth partners, we have Manik Chandji Baldota, Anilji Sethi, Raju Kotari, Om Jain, Shripal Bachawat, and Deepakji Shrimal. So now it's time to have the first pitch of the day. So the first pitch of the day is Medulence, a tech-enabled energy healthcare platform addressing critical gaps such as response delays, untrained staff, and lack of standardization in India's ER ecosystem. To present this further, I call upon the founders of Medulence, Pranav Bajaj and Ravjot Bajaj. Cheer them up. So this is Pranav Bajaj, who will be presenting the pitch.
Hi. Hi. Do I start? Yeah. Hi everyone. I just like to start with a thought. How many of you have seen an ambulance stuck in traffic? Did you ever wonder if the patient inside the ambulance reached the hospital on time, or if the ambulance reached the patient on time? Words like unreliable, unresponsive, unregulated are closely associated with the medical transportation and the emergency response services in India. Medulence is an integrated emergency response service provider. When we started, the idea was very simple. We wanted to ensure that help can be given when it matters the most, and that's the mission today that drives everyone at Medulence. Our vision is to make emergency response and pre-hospital care more affordable and accessible. We hold values of integrity, innovation, accountability, and quality excellence very close to us. I'm co-founder and CEO. I started my career back at Zomato in 2012. I was leading the company's business development activities in the Delhi NCR region. I had no plans of starting anything of my own. However, life took an interesting turn. In 2016, I met Ravjot, who's my current co-founder. He shared a personal story of how his grandfather passed away due to the unavailability of an ambulance service. And, that's what led us to start Medulence. Today, Yash is leading business for us. As you can see, today we have started building our executive team at Medulence with people in important positions in finance, operations, and yes, we are giving importance to women leaders as well. Okay. These are some of the awards and recognitions that we won. Very proud of the National Startup Award given by the Government of India in 2022. This just to talk about more about the problem statement. When we started, of course, it was very obvious. People did not know who to reach out to when they need help. There were not quality ambulances on the road. I don't know if you know, only 7% of total National Health Mission ambulances are advanced life support. However, as the company has evolved, so have our problems. Today, the major problem that Medulence faces is the quality of trained paramedics and nurses. These are actually clinicians that are there in the ambulance. And of course, we've laid baby steps in the forms of forming the Medulence Healthcare Academy today. However, the biggest problem still relies on solving top-of-mind recall. It's not a service you need every day. You might need an ambulance tomorrow, you might not need in the next few years. So it becomes very difficult to solve for that recall factor. Just on a pure customer acquisition model, I spend money to reach out to you, but you don't need the service every day. So how do you solve for that problem still remains the biggest challenge. But we found a solution to that. The idea was to, be very close to the mission why we started Medulence, which was help should be given when it matters the most. So what we started doing was we started parking our ambulances for commercial residential facilities with our first partnership with DLF in Delhi NCR. Today we've taken that partnership to more than 155 locations in the country where we station our ambulances dedicated for a particular audience. What happens in this case is since the ambulance is already stationed at your facility, we can provide a response time of less than 10 minutes to the hospital via such a service. Today we are still pushing limits about 15 minutes to the patient. However, via such a service, we can provide a total turnaround time of 10 minutes to the hospital. This actually allowed us to learn more about the emergency response process because before this, we were just aggregating. Now we were managing the entire module on our own, right from drivers, paramedics, equipment checks, data that could be shared with the audience, data that could be shared with the hospital so they are more prepared about the incoming patient. Today, we've also digitized this module and I'm going to talk about that later in the presentation. However, we work with companies like HCL, American Express, to name a few public sector unit enterprises like NTPC, Coal India, across 155 locations in the country. However, not every company is going to park an ambulance. Supposedly you're an organization of 500 to 1,000 employees. It might not make sense for you to park an ambulance. However, what we realized was we could activate a clinic inside a facility. So today we run clinics where we have doctors, paramedics, who are capable of providing first aid, basic life support within the facility itself. Anyone can come to these clinics to get their blood pressure, sugar levels checked. They're also housed with AED machines in case of a cardiac arrest. Now, both these modules, as you can see, were contributing to workplace safety. But what happens when the same audience leaves the facility? So we launched this service called Medio Alert, which we call as your anytime emergency assistant. We activate dedicated helplines, which started with a service for corporate employees. Any employee can call on this number anytime to get emergency help in more than 50 cities in the country, where we provide help via dedicated fleet about 8,000 ambulances, providing a response time about 20 minutes in metro cities and about 35 to 40 minutes in tier 2, tier 3 cities today. To give you a few examples, we cover employees of companies like HCL, Morgan Stanley, HSBC. What started as a service for corporate employees today is already being integrated with insurance. With our first partnership with ICICI Lombard, we are on track to partner with HDFC Ergo. The idea is to take our services to an audience much faster and again solve for the same recall problem that I spoke about so that people know who to reach out to when they need help. On the tech front, it's already being integrated with insurance tech, connected cars, home security solutions, applications with huge consumer bases. I believe 95% of the hospitals would outsource their emergency response to a more reliable player. We've already done this with the MeduH module. Hospitals like Medanta, Artemis, Saroj Hospitals, Manipal have outsourced their ambulance services to us. We not only manage the ambulances, but we run the entire module for the hospitals as well. We also manage emergency services for the government. The Delhi government has outsourced their services to us. We today run 90 ambulances for the government in Delhi. The ambulances do about 6.5 to 7 rides per ambulance per day. Obviously, we are also exposed to the complexity of a public-private partnership model. The government of Delhi also exclusively uses the Medulance technology to dispatch ambulances across the board. We've also launched a healthcare training academy. The idea is to ensure that we can contribute to the standards of training nurses in India. This is the 5G smart ambulance that we've launched, allows you to relay patient data directly from the ambulances to the emergency rooms of hospitals. What happens in this case is, if you are inside one of these ambulances, your sugar levels, blood pressure, ECG is already being transmitted real time to the hospital. So the doctor inside the hospital knows more about the incoming patient. The idea is to improve patient outcomes. This has already allowed us to partner with leading hospital chains in the last 10 months of launching this service. These are just some of the clients that we work with. We'll skip this quickly. This to give you an idea of our revenue. We did a revenue of 55 crores last year at a gross margin about 24%. We did an EBITDA about 8.4%. As you can see, the split across enterprise business, government, and the hospital module. The hospital business was non-existent for us. Within the last 10 months of launching, it's already become a 50 lakh recurring revenue for us on a month-on-month basis. These are projections for the next 4 years. We are on track to reach a revenue of 74 crores. This year, the idea is to do about 324 crores. The company already today is at a monthly run rate of 5 crores. We are just burning about 6 lakh rupees, currently on track to become PAT positive in the next 6 months. This is just to give you all our modules. I keep saying one thing. It is not about the number of ambulance rides that we do. It is about the quality of missions that we do in the ambulance, because every ambulance ride is very different from the other, right? It's not a cab request that today you send a cab to pick up a patient from a user from point A to point B. Every patient that we pick up in the ambulance is very different from the other. You could have a heart attack, a brain stroke, a nosebleed. It could be very different. So all our modules are subscription-based recurring revenue, which take into account the quality of missions that we do. As you can see, there is a 20 to 30% margin. Just 1 minute. Just 2 minutes. 20 to 30% margin on each of our services. All of these are contracts of 1 to 5 years with organizations. Why we even do this is very important for you to understand. We just didn't come up with this because the idea was that we wanted to make money. The idea is to solve for the same problem, which is top of mind recall. By having our assets where the audience is, The idea is to ensure that Medullin's emergency infra layer is always available to pick up patients and take them to the closest possible hospital. We were running a bootstrap company for 7 years, raised our first round of investment, $3 million from Alchemy Growth Capital and Dipinder Goyal from Zomato. The round was also contributed by Aman Gupta, Namita Thapar, and Dexter Capital. Right now, we are raising another 30 crore round at a pre-money valuation of 150 crores. Out of this, 16.1 crores out of the 30 crores that we are raising has already come into the bank. The round has been led by Quentis Wealth Advisory. It also has participating investors like Let's Venture and other angels. We have hard commitments of 7.5 crores more and over and above this amount from Alchemy, which is our existing investor, and Oxano Capital. That money is supposed to come in this month itself. Right now, we have space open for another 5 crores. And, I'll just like to end by saying a thought that a wise man once said that next to creating a life, the finest thing a man can do is save one. And I think we should not ever give up on that.
Yeah, open to sharks for questioning.
Nice, Pravan. I think you have taken a good initiative of doing this. Please tell us about your competitors in the market currently.
Yes. Our competition, I break them into new age companies and legacy players. Amongst the new age companies, the biggest player in the space is Red Health right now, a company based out of Hyderabad. They've raised about $50 million in funding, heavily focused on the hospital business. I think they did very well in terms of teaching the market how to, how hospitals could outsource services. Then we have Dial 4242, a company based out of Mumbai, a slightly smaller player doing a run rate about 16 crores an annum. Red Health is somewhere about 8 to 10 crores a month currently. Then there are legacy players like Zikitsa and GVK. GVK was the brainchild of Mr. Raju back from the Satyam days. They are heavily focused on the government business. GVK is a 1,200 crore company. Zikitsa is a 600 crore enterprise. However, they are only focused on the public-private partnership model.
So who's your competitor currently?
Sorry?
Who's your competitor
All
currently?
of these are, because we right now are focused on both. So if I talk about the new age players, none of them work with the government. So we are in a unique position today. We are the only new age companies that have become eligible to work with the government. So as and when we want, we can bid for those contracts. However, we want to be very cognizant of the fact to do it at the right time, because government contracts could be tricky. But the idea is that we want to elevate the standards of emergency healthcare, become the backbone. And today, with our focus on enterprise, hospitals, and the government, we are in a very unique position to grow fastest from here.
What's your breakup of the government revenue and the private revenue?
So it's right now about 60-40, 16 the private revenue and 40% is our government revenue.
And how long is the payment cycle from the government?
So we only choose the right governments to work with. So if today we are sitting in May, our payments for April would have already been cleared by the government.
And you said you recently raised 2 years back that 3 million round.
Yes.
Why was that? Is it fully exhausted or is there something on the table right now?
No, sir. We've already raised a new round. Out of that, 16 crores has come into the bank.
And I am talking about the previous round.
Yeah, obviously that money is exhausted. Now we've raised another round, 16 crores already come into the bank. Today we have about 6 crores in the bank currently.
So I see from the previous round the money raised, still the financials were showing negative losses last year.
Yes. So I'll tell you, being very transparent, I think we've been transparent with all investors. There was a government contract that we were running. We did not price it very well. So what happened was the government does about 6.5 to 7 rides per ambulance per day. We just got paid a fixed fee to run that contract. So it became loss-making at a gross margin level. But we wanted to be true to ourselves, so we ran the contract for 2 years, did bear gross margin losses up to the tune of 9 crores. We had the money, so we did it. As a part of a board decision, we gave up on that contract in April of 2025, acquired a new contract with the government, solved for this problem. We are actually the first company now to get paid additionally for extra kilometers, and we get incentivized to pick up more patients. So yes, that happened, but we did not, once we took up a contract, we want to fulfill it, not because, we wanted to be true to ourselves and the government. So that's why I think what you were asking, yes, a lot of that money did not go into growth at that time.
Hi Pranav, a couple of questions since you're talking about transparency. What do you think is the biggest hurdle that you've been facing in the entire growth journey? What do you think has been the biggest?
What journey?
In our growth journey since you've started, did you say?
Yes.
So in the last 7 years when you were doing
Yes.
the... What was the biggest hurdle and what has been the toughest challenge that you have already solved?
Yes. I think the biggest problem was that we weren't very sure of what model to follow, right? We started with a B2C approach. We thought we'll do something what Uber does for cabs. However, this emergency response space works very differently. If you understand, that's why I spoke about the difference in terms of how you pick up patients. Your journey to, book cabs, you might be booking about 5 to 6 cabs minimum in a month. You might not need even one ambulance. So you're not prepared as a customer for that service. So the idea for us was, how do we create value and ensure, say, someone like you would know who to reach out to and were able to build trust with that company. Hence, I think the clarity came in as to how to solve that problem via the product lines, if you can have that on the screen, where we now exactly know if we want to enter a city, how to penetrate that and gain market share. I think, and that's what is allowing us to solve the key problem again, which is top of mind recall. And that still remains the biggest challenge, I'll be very honest. Today, that's why I would say that, for people in this room, even if you think you needed an ambulance today, who would you call? I think all of you might not have an answer to that. So ultimately, the idea is via insurance, enterprises, corporate organizations, solve for that recall problem, and that's the ultimate goal.
Sure. So follow-up question would be that I would think of 1066 Apollo, and what stops Apollo or any other player like Manipal to get into the similar space and chew the entire space or capture?
Yeah. So see, not everyone has strategically located hospitals, to ensure that they can take the patient to 10 minutes from any location in the city, for example. Let's talk about Bangalore for that matter, or say Delhi NCR. That's why hospitals have started, and their major revenue comes from OPDs and IPDs, not from emergency care. That's why today hospitals that you spoke about have started outsourcing this service to us. Why? Because they realize today, you rightly said, a hospital still markets their services via their own number. They always say, call us on our emergency number. They don't say, we have the best cardiologist, we have the best gastro. However, they were not able to elevate the standards. That's why all of us still have faced problems. We still don't know of a service that we can trust our own family members with. So hospitals started outsourcing their services to an organized player like us, who bring in the focus on emergency care. We not only manage the assets for the hospital, we manage end-to-end services. Right from when you call Apollo or say Manipal, we pick up the call, we manage the ambulances, involve technology, and then hospitals obviously get more incoming patients via our service, which they were not getting before. So we are actually taking the hospital's brand forward to people, and these are co-branded ambulances. We are not even running the ambulances for the hospital. So I think that's the key layer that we are targeting as a part of our business already that you just spoke about.
So Pranav, one quick question. So let's just say with 30 crores coming in, which of these would you prioritize and why would that be?
So we are already decided that we are prioritizing the ERS and the hospital business. We are not going to pick up any more government contracts this year. We'll wait to raise more money so that we're more comfortable. We don't want to do anything that brings the business into survival risk. So enterprise and hospitals are going to be the key focus areas for us. Yes.
You're right now available just in Delhi and Bombay?
No, we are actually in 50 cities currently.
Okay.
However, the idea is still 75% of our revenue comes from Delhi. Right now, the point was that we were expanding. Say, we are in Bangalore, we are partnering with corporate organizations like Bosch, NetApp, we manage super health hospitals in Bangalore, it newly opened up. But the idea is that to penetrate into these products when we enter a city, I think that clarity has come now. So now that we'll enter Bangalore and Mumbai, which are going to be our next cities, we'll focus on these product lines, which we've already done in Delhi NCR.
So can you elaborate a little on your expansion plan as to how will you come into all of these cities and make
Yes, so see now why Mumbai and Bangalore firstly is very important, because I think it is the higher penetration of the organized real estate market, both in terms of commercial, residential spaces where majority of our revenue comes from, and even the penetration of hospitals in terms of the number of beds per hospital, it's much higher than Delhi NCR. So it became a no-brainer for us to enter these cities because this is where majority of our revenue comes from. So that's going to be our go-to-market strategy. And then we are already going to take our services with insurance and corporate players to penetrate these cities, because employees are omnipresent. When we partner with someone like, say, HCL, an insurance player like ICICI, their insured or their employees are omnipresent across the country. Then we want to build our back-end fleet to provide good emergency
One last
response.
question, Vic.
Yeah, I think I have fundamentally two kind of problems. One is the B2B business, where you're depending on the corporates, right? So How do you manage the risk there? Because they will be tightening on the margins. They want to squeeze you. And how will you sustain the margins and grow? Because you are showing a growth of 10 to 15% in terms of gross margins.
Yes.
And there will always be pressure with more players entering in and likes of Apollo also competing. People will have more trust factor for a Manipal or Apollo to give the business to them. So how will you focus on growing the margins on that, and how do you ward off that risk? And second is, a lot of your business comes from B2G, like business to government, right?
40%.
Yeah. So what happens, there's a lot of risk, right? Today there's a Congress government, tomorrow it's a BJP government. There's a lot of political risk and a lot of bureaucracy involved. People, I expect money from, under the table, above the table, things like that. So there's always risk on the P&L and the way you perform, right? And that is majorly, I think, the bureaucratic risk, the political risk, and also government are usually not good paymasters, right? They always delay payments. I want your view on those two aspects.
Yeah. Just quickly, I'll answer both of your questions. I think the first one was on the margin profile of the overall business. See, what's happened over the last few years is that we have also created USP as an organization. Today, we are not just one company who is providing ambulances. As I said, we've already elevated our standards in terms of involving technology. There are unique problems that companies also face. So they face those issues with partnering with, say, any service provider. We saw the number of ambulances that exist, right? And these are business owners that put in a fleet without any regulation, that own a fleet of 5 to 10 ambulances today. So and companies were used to working with a lot of these players before. So slowly and eventually, you don't want to degrade your brand. When one case goes wrong, you park that ambulance for a specific purpose. Imagine, and emergencies don't happen every day. You do 1 to 2 cases maybe in a week at times, and if those don't happen properly, it brings a very bad name either to the facility or the corporate organization. So that's why they don't want to take that risk anymore. The risk is at their end as well if they partner with the wrong player. I think that's how we've been able to open the margin profile. Talking about when you said hospitals would provide this service, they're already doing this via us. So Medanta today, takes our service at about 20 corporate locations that they partnered with. As I said, they don't want to do this on their own. That's why we want to become the preferred partner for emergency response. Today, say someone like Blinkit has launched an ambulance service for that matter. They've outsourced the service to us. Just trying to tell you, because we are very clear. Decision making becomes very easy when you know who you want to be. We want to become the backbone of emergency infra. I think that clarity is very clear to us. That's where the margins come from. We're not competing with, even if you don't know that Medulance is providing the service, we're fine with it. Because the idea is to elevate the standards, and if we are not competing with free services. So government is another entity that provides a free service. The government market size in terms of ambulatory care is about $1.6 billion, right? In terms of the budget that they have to spend on emergency response solely. So we can't leave that layer out. Yes, we are aware of the risk that you spoke about. That's why I said we want to minimize our exposure with the government, but we always want to do this because it gives you that scale that no one else can. The number of calls, if I tell you we're managing tech for the government, they get about 5,000 calls on a daily basis. My tech will not be used at this scale with any other emergency layer, anywhere in the country for that matter.
In the interest of time,
that's what we want to do.
Move forward.
I hope I was able to answer.
We can start with the solicitation of the interest from the sharks. So open to you. So there is a ask of 30 crores, out of which 16 change has been already raised. And they are coming on this platform for raising 5 crores. And at a pre-money valuation of 150 crores.
24 has been raised, 16 has come into the bank.
24 crores. Yes, Yash.
Yes, all are happening in 150 crores pre-money.
MC, can you check the mic?
Check, okay.
105, this is at 150.
How long was that ago?
In 2024. The revenue was about, when we got the term sheet, about 2.9 crores a month at that time. However, we are valuing ourselves correctly because we did face that issue, right? So we understand that we don't want to overvalue ourselves today. We had one bad year, I'll be very honest, right? So we've taken that into account to create value for everyone because we want to, there was one bad year, we need to take that into consideration.
Can we have the interest from the sharks?
So I think, congratulations on what you're building. I think India really requires something like this. Emergency care is very poor in India. I think you're structurally trying to solve this. But I believe that sooner or later there will be a lot of regulatory challenges because state-driven governments or even what you call today an advanced life support or a basic life support can change state to state and based on requirement. So I believe it will be a regulatory challenges in future and government dependency is little high. So I would like to pass this, but I think you're building a fantastic product and great journey. One bad year doesn't count much. I think a lot of good years ahead. Wish you the best. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Nirmal ji?
I feel actually scalability is a major issue in this particular line. And in future you are thinking you will not be aligned much with government contracts and all. So again, 1/3 or 40% business comes from government now,
Yes.
as on date. So how would you achieve that? And all the ambulances are tied up or you own also
So
some?
we run a
15,000
self-controlled
ambulances
fleet.
you are
We own
running.
about 200 vehicles and we lease out about another 100.
So totally 15,000 ambulances.
No, 8,000 we've aggregated, but to run these modules, all the ambulances are in our control. That's how we are being able to assure quality, right? We are not dependent on either for manpower or for other
And like in
players and anyone
healthcare,
else.
actually the challenge is anytime government may bring a very good healthcare system also in major
So government
cities.
has already decided that they're going to do a public, just to clarify, right? That's not a problem. But the government already runs a public-private partnership.
Yeah,
so
true.
obviously the competition is going to be with the private companies. The government does not want to do this on their own.
No, from where I am seeing, in urban cities, the healthcare system is good. But in the rural areas where real need of ambulance is there, today also nobody will do because it is loss making.
Urban cities
So
also is not good
ultimately-
today, but I beg to
Ultimately,
differ.
it's not.
Not a problem.
Shika? Shuash? If we can have the numbers if you are interested on the same.
Actually, I also feel that any government, I'm not so convinced, but any private player, if they come into this
Yeah.
and probably put in a certain amount of chunk of money and try to take over your market share, that might be possible. Is why I'm a little on the backside, so I'll pass.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Pranav, we see a couple of limitations as far as the entire journey is concerned in the way forward, especially in south of India. Things are very, very streamlined, structured. It's a very certain business houses or certain medical houses own the system as such, or that's what we understand. So from a South India perspective, I think it's a huge challenge. From North India perspective, I think I have some limitations on my understanding there particularly. However, since we have a few allied businesses in this opportunity or in this similar space where we see we might be able to coordinate in the longer future, I might want to take, I think your ask is about 5 to 10 crores, but I could participate at about 10% of the round just to get invested, just to understand your POV and how we want to work things up. And as things progress, maybe we will initiate things and maybe have an offline conversation about this further and then take it up, because I think there are a lot more conversations we need to have on a detailed level. So my would be about like 10% of this round, which should be about 50 lakhs at this point of time, just to show my interest to you. And if things move forward, we will take a more serious and a more deeper call.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Pranav, for the nice initiative. But what I've seen and understood from your business before giving the numbers, I think you need a serious, experienced person on board because your numbers have been going up and down. 2 years back also your turnover was almost the same. It has gone up and gone down, EBITDA has gone down. And also a big challenge which I see that Dipankar Goyal, who has invested with you, is also invested in Blinkit. Blinkit is taking a big space and they have created a good brand. So I think that will be a big challenge for you. I think you are doing a decent fundraise. You should get an experienced person on board to make sure your strategy is right going forward. Otherwise, in last 7 years, you have actually not created much for the company, for the stakeholders. I think now you cannot take that risk anymore. So please make sure that you have
So
somebody
just
right on
to
the board.
clarify that, because you've mentioned few facts, right, for the audience, if I can, because they're slightly incorrect. We were PAT positive as a company for 5 years.
Pranav, we need to. Since there
Just,
are
just
other-
because it won't be fair because he mentioned a few facts, they're not
Yes, just
correct.
quickly.
So we were a PAT positive company for 5 years initially.
I know that.
So,
That's why I'm saying
so
after
that,
the
and we had 2 bad years, and we gave up on this contract for 36 crores that we were running with the government. So one contract which is worth 36 crores went out of our revenue. So we had to get other revenue in to compensate for that 36 crores. That's where the growth is coming. So the company has grown. One contract was for 36 crores, suddenly went out. Otherwise, the revenue would have been 86 crores today or more. So that went off, and we had to work
So-
harder to compensate for that.
Open to growth
revenue.
partners, if any interest on the same, and any quick questions.
I have a very close-ended question, if I may ask, please.
Yeah.
Do you have any proprietary technology on this? Is
Yes,
any of
we-
your technology being
Everything is being built in-house, and our tech is already being leased out, and it's already commercialized.
But do you have like a IP on that?
No, we don't have a patent currently on the tech.
Is it patentable?
Yes,
Are you sure?
yes, but our location-based services are not the dispatch softwares.
So I might be in for about 25 lakhs. But I have a small condition here. If you can prove that the technology that you have is patentable,
Sure.
I'm in, for sure. Thank you.
Great, super.
I not yet understood the entire business model, so we'll take a little later.
I just want to understand the intent of the guys who have agreed for the balance 16 crores. What is the intent and what they want to do with your business actually? It is not you planning, they're planning for your business.
Sorry, sir?
If you can clear the intent of the guy who have been putting the money, they have
Yes.
come for 5, 16 has been done. What is
Yes.
their intent and where they want to take this business to?
Correct.
If they,
Sir,
I can understand the intent, I'm joining him.
So see, business we'll be taking forward, but I'll tell you their intent. If you see our lead investor in the current round, it's Equentis Wealth Advisory, who usually invests in the public markets. So they see the potential of this company becoming profitable. Post 3 years, we'll be in a unique position at 350 crores to either go for an IPO or raise money, more money in the institutional markets. So the idea behind someone who's invested 8 crores in the current round as the lead investor on their own is someone who invests usually money in the public markets. So that clarity has come to them that this has potentially as a business is capable of running a PAT positive business. That's why they've invested.
If I can get that note, I can be part of it actually. If I can have that investment note from the
Sorry?
guy, I can have an investment note from the guy who has invested 8 crores now. I can be part with Deepak.
So,
I'm not able to
Mumbai, is it, are you participating?
I'm
What-
participating subject to the investment note actually. I should have access to the investment note. done by the
Investment
guy.
note
Yeah.
you want? Okay.
So that we can take it offline. So but acha, open to the audience. If anyone wants to participate in this round, so you can scan the QR code and solicit your interest. Thank you.
Thanks,
Pranav,
thanks,
for a
everyone.
beautiful
Thank you so
pitch. Sure. Audience, if kindly scan if you are interested, please solicit your interest. This investment will be happening through the JIIF platform. So your interest, yeah, I think, Anshu, we have an interest. Sure.
So we would actually like to know a lot more. I have a few questions.
So
probably
questions,
no,
you can
not
have it
now. That's why
offline.
I'm saying probably offline. That's why I
Yes,
understand. So I'll take it offline, and after that, I have interest. But after getting my queries solved, then I
Sure,
would like to
sure.
invest. Thanks.
Anybody from the audience who wants to put a straight check to the startup Medulins right now? Anybody? Ravi ji, Shailesh ji, you can also go ahead.
Fine. So you can. Suyash, please on the stage.
Can we have the check on the stage, please? And a huge round of applause for Suyash ji.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be happy to answer your question. Thanks.
Big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pranav. Next, I would like to call upon Exceed.io. Thank you. Next, I would like to call upon the next startup, Exceed.io, which is building energy intelligence stack with human AI in the loop, edge hardware to vertical operating system, and decision to operators who can trust upon and act upon. We will wrap the pitch in 7 minutes, and 7 minutes for the Q&A from the sharks, please, in the interest of time. Thank you.
Am I audible? No, it's not audible. Is it audible? Okay. Yes, quickly I'll just put this here. Yeah, I'll be fine. This is better. Yeah, I'm Kanishka Shah from Hyderabad. I'm the CEO of Exceed.io. We are building energy intelligence stack, energy intelligence super stack rather. Okay, yeah, this is right. Okay, so we are building an energy intelligence super stack. Currently, most of our renewable energy needs, that is from solar panels, 80% of is imported. And India's contribution to the export market is less than 5%. And what we are targeting right now is to do our bit to increase exports and build an import substitute product, which is not of an inferior quality like a Chinese product. It will be of a high quality product, and this is right from silicon to the software and the AI layer that is distributed across. So we build hardware devices and software products made in India completely. IP is built in India, and it is patentable. We've not hurried in filing the patents because we have 10 years to monetize it, and we will do a bit when it is the right time. We are targeting renewables energy sector, manufacturing, data centers. We are an industrial IoT and industrial AI company, and we are moving towards battery energy storage systems. We've been recognized by multiple important recognitions, such as from the Renewable Energy India Expo in 24-25, we've been winners for showcasing our product, and it has been validated by industry leaders such as Premier Energies. We've been top 10 startups of Hyderabad, being a Hyderabad company based out of T-Hub. And we've also been, we've been given a paid pilot by Maruti Suzuki, validated, started from a free POC, moved towards a paid POC, and now moving towards a production order. We've been part of TI Global TGS 100, top 100 startups of 2026, and Lab 32 Hexagon program, through which we had deployed our solutions in Spain on a 10 megawatts solar plant. We've recently started a subsidiary in the UK. It's not operational yet, but keeping in mind the export market, we started a subsidiary. And in the UK, we are partnered with Warwick Science Park for co-building an IP, which we will be releasing in India in partnership with a battery manufacturing company. Okay, this is not working as well.
Can you change the slide?
Yeah, a little bit about me. I'm a second-time founder. The first company was in 2009, took an exit in 2021. It was into industrial automation. I'm an engineer. I'm an electronics and electrical engineer. Started as a designer, moved towards entrepreneurship. It's been my 10th year in entrepreneurship. And in 2021, I decided to get started with data part of things. Apart from the hardware expertise that I bring in, Karthik, our CTO, who is not here, he's supporting real customers right now. He could not attend. He's the guy behind the whole technology stack, both the cloud as well as the edge. We have people from the top institutes, IITs and BITS as part of our founding team, and all these are full-time members in the company. We are 7 of us right now, building a very important critical technology stack right from the scratch, completely made in India. We are at TRL 11, 7 and 8. And cybersecurity SOC Type 1 compliant already in the industry. That makes us acceptable for enterprise-based solutions. We have hardware products. I'll just showcase a few of them. Hardware products like these that we manufacture, design and manufacture it in India. Currently, India is importing 80% of the hardware requirements from China and Europe. These are high quality products, weatherproof, can be used in outdoor environments, and are very rugged, one of a kind in India right now. And we are also coming up with a very low-cost, mass-produced product which will be in compliance with MNRE standards, that's Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. India is coming up with its own standards, and cybersecurity compliance as well next year will be 100% compliant with that as well. Yeah, can you move on? I'm not sure how clear it is. These are some of the dashboards that we have deployed for real customers in solar farms. The one that you see on the left is a complete AI integrated from the cloud to the device. So we have AI integration at the hardware level that can run completely offline. Basically an AI that can run completely offline. And it can run on few KBs of memory. So this is something unique and which we'll be patenting very soon. And some deployments that we've done in industry, right from heavy energy producers to heavy energy consumers. This is where our vertical focus is right now, building solutions and products for energy consumers. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah. So we've done over 25 pilots, POCs, out of which 6 have been paid pilots, which have moved to its production orders. We've done a lifetime revenue of 1.5 crores with 3.5 crore worth of orders in pipeline right now. And we are SOC type 1 compliant right now. We've just highlighted some of the leading ones, important projects that we've worked with, validated, and we are scaling towards a mass market product system, ecosystem right now. Yes, please. So again, just repeating, it's a full stack silicon to cloud stack that we are building, and completely in India, which will be shipped globally. Not limited to just electronic devices. It would also be software tools that can be used with existing hardware that is already in the industry. Yes. Next. Some of the recognitions that we've got, we are also proud to be part of the Margo Alliance, the only Indian company to be part of it, with the likes of Intel, Microsoft, ABB, Siemens, Schneider, part of it. We are one of the contributing members from India. And we have NESM Alliance, which is a Japanese alliance. Again, it's into a very similar field, electronics, and we are one of the contributing members from India. Yes, please. Some recognitions and photographs. Yeah, we'll skip this part. So we are expecting just giving you some moderate numbers. We expect to close at around 3.8 crores this financial year, and moving towards 20 crores next financial year. The difference that you see mainly would be the result of an assembly unit that we'll be setting up in India, and no more dependency on imported or third-party suppliers, through which, and basically it would solve a problem of manufacturing and assembling in-house, having more control over the products. And the reason why I have come over here is to raise money for the kind of investment that would go into setting up a facility like this. So by end of next 24 months, we plan to target 1,000 plus paying B2B customers, 20 crore in revenue, which would have 60% of gross margin, and 4.5 crore of burn that would happen in process. And we are seeking 13 crore of seed investment right now. And this would be moving towards a profitable Series A in the next 3 to 4 years. The bridge round ask is 4 crores. We wish to get connected with investors who can also support us to higher round of the 13 crores as well. So the current bridge round, whoever enters, helps us out in the bridge round, would be at a convertible note at a discounted rate compared to our price round of 13 crores. So we've given a valuation at 60 crores pre-money, and we are raising 4 crores as a bridge round right now. Yeah, that's it.
Kanishk, I understand you're coming in creating a unique category which is currently not there in India by other players. There are big players like Siemens and others who are at a different level altogether, but they cannot customize much as you can do, is what I understand. You can tell me if there's any other differentiation you bring in on the product side and on the software side, which others can't give.
Yes. So I won't say we are doing customization, a lot of customization. If we end up doing a lot of customization, we'll never be able to scale. But I would like to highlight over here, Schneider has contacted us for mass producing the whole stack for one of their African-based orders, which they cannot do it in-house. We are in early discussions, but there is a clear gap in the industry. India is not producing enough. If you need affordable products, China has become expensive as well. And considering the geopolitical that is going on right now and the customs duty for importing into other countries, India is very well placed right now to manufacture it in India. So Schneider, as I mentioned, Schneider has approached us. They don't have a full stack solution like we do right now. It is, I won't say it is not possible for them to build this, but it would take a couple of more years. And we are just early movers in the market, I would say.
Are you that MNRE certified?
The certification is not yet out. We are MNRE compliant. April 2026, MNRE, the compliance guide that has come, we are already compliant with that.
By when is that expected?
It will be enforced next year, next financial year.
One more year.
One more year. The government is giving 1 year for all the EPCs to move towards Indian products. There would be a ban on all the data that would go to the Chinese servers.
So you have a USP on the software side or on the hardware
from
side?
the software to the hardware, everything.
USP?
Yes.
And what is your current order in hand?
We have 1.5 crore of confirmed orders in hand, and we are expecting another additional 2 crores to happen in following months, which is under POC right now.
From which customers?
One is Maruti Suzuki, one is Jaguar Land Rover. This would be in the UK itself. The deployment would happen in UK. Apollo Tyres in Chennai would be the third one. These are one I would like to highlight over here right now.
Okay, and how are you planning to build the team? Currently, you're very small in numbers.
Yes, we are small. We are a small team working with partners pretty much. The ecosystem that I bought from my earlier startups and experiences. But yes, we would be, the amount that we would be raising, we would be investing in extending the team. Especially field engineers is something that we would like to invest in, apart from a little bit of a development team. Sales and marketing would be around 40%, where we would like to focus.
Who's the technical head currently? Who develops the
Karthik is the technical head. I take care of hardware as a technical head, and Karthik takes care of software, the CTO.
Does he have the equity share in the company?
Yes, even he has the share in the company, 10%.
You had anybody else previously taking care of the technical, or he's the one from the beginning?
No, Karthik has joined officially 3 years back on paper, full-time, but he's been right from day one. When the company started in 2021, we were not fully operational. There was another friend of mine who had joined because we are a private limited company, we wanted 2 people. He could not join full-time, so he never committed. But my spouse, who quit her job in Deloitte, she joined as finance and admin. She takes care of finance and admin part of things. And there are other people, team members.
Ravi was the one who was there.
Yes, Ravi was the one.
He has the IP of your product?
No, he does not have an IP.
No, he doesn't.
He comes from a very different industry. He never joined full-time.
Are you fully exited from Tesla, your previous company?
I've taken a complete exit, yeah. Complete exit.
Okay. And who holds the IP currently in your company, within your company?
We hold the IP.
So who knows about it?
It's just between 7 of us.
7 of you, okay. And the software side is, you're trying to develop it in-house, or is that?
No, it's already developed. Most of foundation work is already done. It's already validated in the industry. SOC 2 Type 1 compliance is also received by Maruti Suzuki. Clearance has already come.
So what is your unit economics currently?
Okay, so there are 2 products. One is Catalyst OT, that is meant for manufacturing industries, and one is Synergy OT for energy sector. In Synergy OT, say for a 5 megawatt plant, which would cost roughly around 4 crores to set up the whole plant, 3 to 4 crores. Our contribution to that would be roughly around 25 to 50 lakhs in between, based on the kind of the configuration of the plant. So that's roughly around 7 to 10% of the value of the installation would go, 10% would be our contribution into that. And a recurring revenue of 50% every year is possible through the same plant. So India is investing a lot in solar plants right now, and roughly you can consider for a 1 gigawatt infrastructure, that is what we plan to target in next few years.
Just 2 minutes further
yeah,
to
sure.
wrap this up.
So we
Any
would be
other
having roughly around 5 to 7% at scale.
On the hardware side, can you give me a breakup? How do you do a break even with any company on the hardware and the software side? Like you've taken a contract from Maruti, and I think you've got one more contract from Spain. How exactly is your break even going to happen there?
Okay, so say for say a 1 lakh rupee sale, there would be 25,000 rupees worth hardware that would go in, and 75,000 worth software that would go in. That would be the breakup, and hardware would have around 60% margins, 30 to 60% based on the kind of product category it is, and hardware and software would have 100% margins.
So what is the turnover at which you'll do the break even in the company, looking at the expansion plan and growth internally?
Okay.
What will be the plan internally? How much are you going to spend on the company infrastructure?
How much we have spent till now?
No. How much are you going to spend to build the company, and when will you do the break even?
So with the 13 crore that we are raising, we plan to break even.
So if any further question, you can take offline.
Quick question, Kanishk, which is on your gross margins. I mean, the numbers that you're sharing with us is that progressively your gross margins are taking a dip in the years to come, right? Which is 26, 27 and 27, 28. Any specific reason why that is happening, one? And two, what does it cost for you to execute, let's just say a 1 megawatt, for a 1 megawatt plant?
Okay.
What does it cost for you and what does it cost the client? So these are my two questions to you.
For a 1 megawatt, it would be roughly around 3 to 4 crores. That is the kind of investment that would go in. And as I mentioned, roughly 10% would be our billing into that. And you mentioned about the profit margins, right? So profit margins, when we scale, we also expect there will be competition 2 years from now, 3 years from now. We'll have to be competitive. So the pricing, the margins is expected to go down, but still we'll be competitive. By end of next year, we plan to go for an export market, and that would help us maintain our profits. And we hope to be beyond 60%, but Indian market would not give us the kind of profit margins we expect. Yes.
So my first question was actually, what does it cost the client? Like, for example, 10% is what, so it's going to cost the client about, let's just say, 30 lakhs. And what does it cost you to get that 30 lakhs worth revenue? And what does the hardware cost you for the 30 lakhs that they're going to spend with you?
Okay, so that would be roughly around 30 devices, and 30 devices roughly around 3 lakh of hardware production cost, 3 to 4 lakh. And software is something that is, we are not going to do customization for everyone. It's already hosted on the cloud. We partnered with AWS as well as Google, and it's scalable as required from few hundreds of devices to lakhs of devices. So I don't see a major challenge in scaling. When it comes to scaling, we don't have to do customization for every customer. That way, the cost of software would have a considerable margin, at least 100%, I would say.
Yeah, Shika.
On what basis have you come up with the 60 crore valuation that you have mentioned, as you've just made like a revenue of about 1.5 crores, if I'm not wrong?
It's not revenue linked at all. If I go by revenue link, it's not. It won't do justice for a deep tech company to be judged by this. It is purely based on other competitors in the market, the kind of business they are doing. There is another company called Presento, which was acquired by IBM. You can have a look at the kind of the portfolio that they have. Pretty similar to us, but hardware is a missing factor in this particular offering that Presento had, and we are filling that void. And we are filling that void specifically considering the kind of economics that are changing worldwide.
Agreed, but the bigger companies have a certain bank balance that, you know, definitely offers scale. Here, our runway is limited to the last raise that you have made, that is 1.67 crores, where you have manufacturing involved. So I am that apart. 24 crore pre-money was our last round valuation. We raised 1.67 crores from angels, and it has been 2 years, and this was during the start of product building that we had raised. And 2 years, we are done with building the product, the core foundation of the product, and we think 60 crores is a reasonable value in Indian market. If you go outside India, say UK, it is much higher, I would say double, but we are not considering that. Just looking at the Indian market, I think it is pretty reasonable, considering we are moving towards BESS, that is battery energy storage
No,
system.
I understand this field. Hence, I
Yes.
understand your product
Yeah,
as well. That's why I didn't ask any
I'm pretty sure
questions.
you understand.
I just have two conditions at this point of time. One,
Sure.
I want expert person to just see your USP of your product.
Sure.
If that happens, I'm good to go. Second is evaluation that I need to work on. So.
Okay, sure. I'm open to discussions.
Quickly.
Yeah, I think fantastic that startups in India are building hardware and software capabilities together. I think many few companies are there who actually do it together. So I think that gives a lot of confidence to the end user, a corporate, that a lot of data integrity is there. A lot of security in terms of data compliance. I have one problem in terms of a company like Maruti. How much time did you take to convince the customer from pitching to completing the project? What was the timeline?
Yeah, so enterprise manufacturing customers, we expected it to close in 3 to 4 months. Unfortunately, it took us 7 to 12 months in some cases, and we lost a lot of time. But those are big ticket projects. We had to bank on that. It is a very niche industry. Not many players would get into it.
I believe that is the biggest problem of the industry,
Yeah.
because your products are so tailor-made for every manufacturing company.
Correct.
You go to Maruti Suzuki, you go to a Tata Motors. Both might be manufacturing similar automobiles, but still the requirement might be very different. They must be using legacy systems. They might be on different kind of platforms altogether. So when you go there and pitch a new software altogether, you have to prove to them that it's working. And ideally, a sales pitch has to complete in 2 to 3 months, a pitch to conversion and getting paid out. But sometimes it can go to 9 months to 12 months to 18 months also. So what happens to the working capital? What happens to your effort?
Agree.
And also being a small company, your entire efforts goes into pitching and converting a customer who is looking after the growth of the company.
Agree, absolutely agree. We've done that, we've faced that. And what we've done is we've taken a little pivot, I would say. We will continue working with the manufacturing companies because it's a big ticket, high margin, and it's a sticky product for manufacturing industries. But we are countering that with solar and renewable energy sector, which is a fast moving industry with a sales cycle of less than 3 months. So that has been a strategy.
Have the interest, Vikas ji, Suresh ji? Yeah, Nirmal ji.
A lot of this power thing, lot of home automation also.
It looks similar because it's
SMPS.
an industry standard. It's called a DIN rail standard.
DIN rail.
It's a standard in industry, so we have to build it.
And this solar
It's
thing is
outdoor,
also very
weatherproof.
common.
No, this.
Almost all solar plants have.
Yeah, it
this
has.
thing
It
actually.
has. Yeah.
So our software is main thing apart from hardware.
So there's one more thing that I
Because
didn't
always,
highlight.
almost all the automation companies, they give software and hardware both.
Yes, so firmware is the bridge between that, and firmware has a very great IP actually. That is part of this whole thing, making it possible for us to build hardware and software as part of the same package. So it's very difficult for a software company to get into hardware and pure hardware company to get into software. The firmware is the critical component, and that is where.
See, honestly, I think for hardware, that is great that you're doing in India, but there's a lot of dependability on semiconductors and other things also, which must be. I'll just take one more minute. And we are concluding as well. So, semiconductors has to be imported and a lot of dependency there. And with the war situation going around, I think there will be a lot of pressure on availability and pricing also.
Right.
Second thing would be there are a lot of deep-pocketed companies like, say, Honeywell or a Siemens. They are also into the similar segment, and also they will be highly competitive, and they have a very strong brand presence. Somebody will always prefer a Honeywell subject to an Exceed.io is a general phenomena. But still, considering all that, I think we all find sharks on the angels on the stage like what you have done so far. So we wanted to give a collective offer. Just give us 1 second.
Sure.
I think we are expecting all sharks deal here. Growth partners and audience, be ready with your
I think we have an offer to make, but it is little a sharky offer. So I think we want to come at your old last valuation at 24 crores. we would like to, commit 1.5 crores for that. And we all 5 Shark Angels will come together for that.
Thank you for that offer, but honestly, that won't do justice for the earlier angel investors as well, and the round that we are raising. So 24 crores is definitely out of question, but I'm
Kanishka,
open to
like
discuss.
let's put this on paper. I think we had this discussion earlier as well.
Yes.
That we have access to, let's just say, solar, megawatt, and all of that. We discussed, right, with the industry consultants and all of that last time when we had a discussion about it. So the intention is that apart from just being onboarded as sharks, mentors, and all of that, there is value to be unlocked in terms of industry potential, right? Especially from an industrial ecosystem, like we discussed. There is an opportunity for you to unlock, which I think should be a greater focus to unlock revenue as compared to, let's just say, trying to unlock valuation, which you will eventually get if you have enough revenue. That's the bigger challenge that I think you should currently focus on. And that would be what all the sharks would suggest for you to look at particularly. Of course, I mean, we are believing that your technology will work and go through and we'll be able to get the revenue that we are expecting. Multiple megawatts are waiting on the other side. That's what we have to say, let's just say, as sharks.
So we'll have, we have an offer of 24 crore pre-money valuation of 1.5 crore.
Total would be 1.5, is it? Yes. Okay. Is it possible to raise it, 1.5? I'm trying to meet my target of 4 crores, honestly. I've come here for 4 crore check.
No, of course, the say will go back into the crowd as well. So let's see what they come up with. Do you want to take everybody's opinion and then probably negotiate?
With the growth partners, anyone?
Yeah, Kanisha, we'll be interested, okay? We'll be interested, but only thing is two, three points which I need to understand. One is you said 20 crores revenue at 1,000 customers. So currently, what I see in the founder table is that you are an engineer, you are technically qualified. Another founder who is also technically qualified, but he's on the software side. But a business guy is missing. So
absolutely.
And I see your entire investment of 4 crore you are putting in a capex investments for this thing. So I'm not sure whether you have provision for a business guy, because that's going to be a big challenge. Second thing, if you are focusing on hardware and software together, that will require a lot of capital. And I don't know whether you are outrightly selling, or you are giving that in a subscription model. It all depends on that. Again, if it is outright selling, then capital will not be there, but problem is recurring revenue will be a challenge. Okay. And if you are giving in subscription, then you need a lot of initial capital. So those 2-3 things, which if you clarify it, we will come with the same valuation, we will add up a good amount.
So just to add to that, the bridge round will not be complete if say 4 crores if we are raising, it will not go completely into the capital, the requirement that is there. We are also raising debt as an alternate if you are not able to complete the round of 13 crores as part of...
That's going to be more riskier, because when you raise a debt and you have a lower run rate time period, that is your current revenue is supporting you only for 3 months, and this round also will support you only 6 months. That's going to be challenged.
So
that will create more pressure on the company.
CGTSS scheme, a debt of 10 years is something that the government is supporting for capital investment.
But you are already negative, so interest will become additional burden, is what
yes, I agree, but that's the need of the hour to
that
invest
will be a challenge for an investor, then it's like taking a huge risk. Just think about it, and then we are there.
We'll understand. But Shripalji, any number which you are committing? Om bhai, Shripal bhai.
ये जितना लगाते हैं उसका 10% है 20%
20% of what they are putting in.
Collective. So that would be 1.8.
Kanishk, I will just revise it. 2 things. One is our offer, we are increasing it to 2 crores. And I think if they are putting it 20%, then it will become 2.8 at same valuation. And also you need to make sure that your initial 4 crore is completed with the balance other investor outside.
Yeah, we'll manage that. We'll figure that out. We have other commitments as well.
We are only taking a risk on your shoulder because we know this amount is not sufficient to run the company for long. You have to make sure that you get sufficient orders, make sure the production is in line, and you are putting in your life in. So I'm sure that we can bet on that part.
So
And one thing wanted to add, I think your biggest challenge will come from B2B sales. You need to get somebody who is been there, done that in B2B sales. You should not do the selling.
We have identified
Vikas ji,
people whom we'll
quickly,
be
just to
bringing on
add,
board.
I mean, we had a briefer before this. So what I was trying to mention to you is that generally B2B sales is very hard, but if his product is what it claims to be, and we are assuming that it is, right? We have a few industry partners who are looking interested at this product at this time, and that's what we have promised, that if the product goes through, then we will be giving that support from our side as well. So that's one thing. I think Shikha has something to add quickly.
This entire investment will have one caveat that the industry expert, probably somebody that the solar guys or probably the best guys that I have, I want them to do an expert call with you, understand the product, and see the usability and the USP, because there is always a doubt with EMS manufacturers. There are a lot of them in India. I want to determine what's your moat at this point of time. So the caveat will be on that. If there is a moat, and if like you said, if Bondada is doing with you, or Premier Energy is doing with you, so even these guys should be okay to give us a good go. It's the caveat will be based on that for this investment.
So the investment is with a caveat wherein an industry expert
I'm absolutely
will vouch
open for any kind of due diligence that is required, technical due diligence. But I would like to highlight over here, we are raising 13 crores again. That is the kind of money that it would take minimum to actually meet all those targets that we had showcased. 2.5 crores, around 2.5 crores will not be enough. We'll try to bring in other co-investors who have already committed, but we are still looking for a lead investor. That is very important for us. And if I end up diluting a lot behind 2.5 crores, honestly, I would end up diluting further for 13 crores. And that is not really good for the company, honestly, at 24 crore pre-money that you mentioned.
Currently, at your scale, at the current runway you have, I think you should not think about dilution. You should think about how can you make it a bigger company, right?
Absolutely.
And also, the doors will also open for a lot of long-term investors also and a bigger investor also. Once we are on board, you can show 6 months of trajectory. We'll open a lot of boards. And in fact, JITO is one of the best platforms. You can do re-raising also, and we can also expose you to a lot of bigger investors, a pre-series A, or even a bigger round like that.
But I'll end up diluting more than around 30% of the company. That's for this
Kanishka,
round.
we need to stop here.
Yes, sorry.
With the audience, I want to solicit your interest also. Anyone who wants to participate?
I've got two questions. You have said you will have 1,000 client plus. Now, what is the roadmap of getting 1,000 client plus? Number one. Number two, what really value addition you are giving to the client? Why should he buy? Because this is an add-on product. So what value is getting out of that using this? See, if this is you think is a competitor are coming, then how this can become a patentable? Otherwise, it will be a simple commodity in course of time, maybe 2 years down the line, and you have not yet patented also. So what is your call on all these three things?
Okay. Firstly, for the customers, we end up making all the pricing of procurement predictable by having maximum 1 or 2 vendors. Currently, there are more than 6 vendors that they have to depend on. This also includes imports. So that is one problem that we are solving. Second thing is being out of the box, compliant with the upcoming standards of the government. And there are a handful of players right now who are building this product in India. So this is an early mover market right now. So it's a good time to establish yourself. And that is what we are banking on right now. It's just pure logic that we are using, moving early in the market, having the right technology stack, and we are just banking on that right now.
Great. So, any interest from Anil ji, Baltota ji? With the audience, anyone is interested to co-participate? Sure. So we have 2.8 crore of commitment with a rider, wherein a technical diligence will be done on the understanding this product, and that is
2.4, 2 plus
2.4,
20%. 2.4.
So 2.4 at a pre-money valuation of 24 crores. So is it accepted?
Oh, valuation is not honestly.
I believe we should give a more valuation actually. Okay. We should increase the valuation amount. Reason is very simple. And I should not be unfair with the 2 years and this guy, if he had a success, some parameters, you can take a success-based something. See, for us, valuation doesn't matter. At the end, success is there, it's complete, otherwise it's scrap.
But I absolutely agree. I'm here looking for partners, not investors, honestly. I'm here, I had spoken to a couple of people of here, a couple of sharks of here, and I mentioned it clearly, I'm here looking for partners. But what it takes to build and sustain as a, say, I'm just considering what it takes to reach 1,000 crore revenue company, what would it take? And I think diluting this much at this stage, at seed round stage, is not right. I request you to be a little more considerate regarding this. Considering it's been 2 years, we have notable angel investors.
What is your counter? You can just
I've
counter.
come up with number of 47, the minimum that I couldn't go down, honestly. But I can go
Oh,
down
that's
further.
too high.
But it won't
We'll
be.
do one thing, sir. If all of them
won't do
agree.
justice to-
Kanishka, we have one
Yes,
question
sorry.
quickly.
27, 28.
We are giving a discount of 15%. Yes, 15.
It is very
I'm open
less
to
from the
20.
industry standard. Kanishka, we deal with deals.
Okay, so I'm open, but again, not 40%. 40% would be too much. Roughly around 40 to 45% would be a little.
Because you quickly, if we can just...
See, I think, again, we understand where you're coming from. So, the best what we can do is a post money of 30 crores. That's approximately 27, 28 crores plus 2.5 crores of investment. And also, we'll also, design the contract in such a way that if you are able to deliver good returns in, say, 3 years, we'll be able to also give back some of equity in a percentage of ESOPs or something, which you can draw back.
Okay.
So it will be optional, like performance-based.
It's 30 crore valuation, pre-money, post-money. Post-money, 30 crore. So 4 crore. So it is effectively 26 crore pre-money. 27 and
Okay, I have a counter. 36 crore pre-money.
No.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
आप आधा टका ऑप्टिमाइज जो कर रहे हो ना, आप आधा टका ले लो. आप 3 साल में परफॉर्म करके दिखाओ, अब 1 टका ले लो.
Hear me out. 10% of whatever sales happens will come back to you.
Sorry?
10% of whatever sales happen through your leads.
Okay, 10% of sales till I get entire investment back.
Yes. Yes, yes, absolutely.
And after that?
After that, you have the equity. The company is still growing.
So 5% royalty after that on sales?
But you're not a great sales guy, yeah? I mean, you can't sell like that.
10% royalty till we get our money back and
I'll be
5%
company away.
royalty forever.
No, that won't be possible. 5%. I won't be able to raise further rounds. Just
So
think
you're
about that.
proposing a revenue share model.
Yes,
is that
revenue share
correct?
model.
So you're proposing that on all your sales that happen from today till
From
Problem is your sale is only 3 crores. Okay, you make it 20% on sales and we are in.
नहीं हमारे लीड से नहीं ओवरऑल जो भी सेल्स होएगा
On your
कौन कौन
leads
ट्रैक
or
करेगा किसके
overall
यहाँ से क्या
sales?
आया है ऐसे नहीं होता है रेवेन्यू शेयर टिल यू कवर ऑल आवर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कंपनी सेल्स till you cover all our investments and the equity gets free.
Until you get back your money.
Yeah, and then the equity becomes free.
Done. 36 crores. And
चलो
I'm in for that.
ठीक है चलो
36 crore
Pre-money.
valuation.
36 pre-money.
No,
Let me summarize for the interest of the audience. 36 crores post money.
Audience, please
Pre-money.
listen.
And
Pre-money.
there's a 20% back on back to the investors in terms of sales incentive or royalty, and that till that your money is recovered. After that, your equity is technically free, so no royalty applicable. But he wants a higher valuation, so we agree for 36 crores of post money valuation.
Pre-money. Pre-money. Come
Discussion
on.
will always post money.
Pre-money. 20% is something that I've
अरे
agreed.
आप
No
वो-
problem.
देखो,
विकास
आप
जी
point one, point
बोर्ड
two
सीट भी
optimize
आएगी
मत
जिफ
करो.
को जिफ को बोर्ड सीट भी आएगी
आप point 2, point 2, point 5 ऑप्टिमाइज मत करो. आप हिसाब लगा लो. 0.5% का फर्क पड़ रहा
ठीक
है.
है, आप बताइए.
30
Whatever you
crores,
think is
30
right.
crores post money, 20% royalty till get our money back,
100%
and we are investing cumulatively.
Quickly, we need to wrap this up because we have to do justice for other startups as well. Please.
And we are committing 2.5 crores.
You're committing 2.5 plus 20%.
All put together 2.5 crores.
See, I have a really doubt actually. How will you survive actually? But we
I'll
need
have to raise more money.
You
Yes,
just need to
absolutely.
understand what even they have told. You understand that. पहले उसको समझ लो उन्होंने क्या बोला है. उसको समझने के बाद हाँ बोलना ऐसे मत बोलो. आप IT इंडस्ट्री को
Do
सॉफ्टवेयर
you
वाले हो,
want to
पेपर
take
नहीं हो.
some time, probably work it out and
just
come
understand
back?
that.
Till
Sure,
we do
sure.
the other
So the
things.
final offer is 2.5 crores at 36 crores post money valuation, and 20% royalty till get the money back. You just have to say yes or no.
विकास जी, पूरा जितना हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट डाला 20% रॉयल्टी नहीं आएगा, पूरा इन्वेस्टमेंट डाला है, वो मॉडल बनाएंगे, वो कैसे आपको पे करेंगे वापस?
20% of sales, still you get your money back. After there's no royalty.
That let him calculate how he wants to give it back to us.
So that is what we are proposing.
हाँ, so whatever how you have to.
I'll do the right calculation and I'll give you.
Calculate
Please,
करके
but,
आइए आप.
Don't worry.
Consider
Let's move to the
36
next page
free
because-
money. Consider 36 free money. That is my
नहीं
request.
नहीं, that is the final offer.
Please check with your wife, who
Okay,
is the finance guy.
we'll work some. We'll work
So
something
there is
out.
an
Sure.
offer, but he will work it out and come back.
Sure.
Please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So you are denying it for free money?
No, I'm not denying. We'll work it out. We'll work out something.
But I'm
for
genuinely telling you it's a good offer you should take.
Because 2.5 crores is from Sharks or 2 crores is
We are
from
investing 2 crores on the table.
2 crores.
And 50 lakhs is from the table below.
50 lakhs.
Is it possible for you to last thing?
नहीं, royalty वाला clause
To
है तो
raise
हम
it by
दोनों नहीं
50
कर
lakhs, 2.5 crores.
रॉयल्टी वाला क्लॉज है तो हम नहीं कर
2.5
रहे
crores.
अगर रॉयल्टी वाला क्लॉज अगर इंक्लूडेड है तो हम लोग नहीं कर रहे
It's very simple. We need to company to be survive, and he need to understand the finance. He doesn't understand finance. I'm very sorry to say.
Yes,
You are a
yes.
good technical guy. You have to check with your wife,
What
who's
is
the
the
treasury.
offer?
Sure. I'll definitely do that.
Only 2 of you?
Okay, 3 crores at post money, 36 crores.
Let me do my math a little.
This is
You
going.
you gave a counter. We said yes. Like it's like you go to see a girl and she says yes. You say I'll do the
So
math.
that's roughly I'm diluting a lot actually. So
No,
that's
if you
something that I'm
calculate,
calculating.
no, I don't think you're not understanding.
Just to
13% roughly around.
You leave the math to us. You focus on the business.
This money will help you to go to the next level. And
See, up to you, and we
definitely-
firmly believe we should take it. That's
Yes,
up to you.
and with JITO network, you will get a lot
You can come
of
back to
allied
us, no issues,
opportunities.
actually. Take your own time.
Yes.
You take
Let
your
him come
time, think about it, and then come back. Let's go with the next pitch.
So,
Consult your finance
So
consultant and do it.
the percentage, I'll rework the percentage, but the percentage, the payback that would be there, that I'll rework that part. But you mentioned 36 crores and okay.
33 crore pre-money with 3 crores of investment from Sharks.
Yeah.
So it's a all Shark deal.
Yeah. And let him work and come back on the
Yeah,
revenue.
he will come back. Okay, Ganesh.
For the payback, I'll work and come back. Otherwise, I'm okay with 33 crores.
Fine, no issues.
And 3 crores
So
of
you can work
investment.
and come back anytime, no issues.
Yes.
3 crores plus.
But great product and great presentation.
Okay, sure.
Congratulations, this is a all Shark deal. Please. Check, please. Now I call upon Now I call upon Sharks, need your time. So now I call upon Lit School. Lit School is an industry accelerated experiential learning school preparing students next generation roles in content creation, marketing and entrepreneurship with guaranteed career outcomes in short, medium duration programs. And they are also the sponsors of today's event. So we welcome Lit School on the stage for the presentation. Is the student of Lit School, so just demonstrating the thing. Be louder.
So, firstly, सबको जय जिनेंद्र मेरी तरफ से. I have this one question for all the sharks here and all the audience. For how many people in this room, cow holds a religious sentiment? Can I have a raise of hands? For how many people in this room, cow holds a religious sentiment? Wonderful. But still, we don't stop exploiting her on a daily basis, being second largest exporter of India in terms of beef. India is so developed, but still on a daily basis, we keep on exploiting our cows. And in that same exploitation comes your milk. Adulterated, mixed with urea, detergent, and with that same milk comes your ghee. So, I'm Deep Jain, one of the co-founders at What a Guy. We are India's only cow-first dairy brand, which is built by the guys and for the guys. Here, and we recently launched our first SKU, which is a pure A2 Bilona Gir Cow Ka Ghee. And we can assure you that we are only working towards making a beautiful, sustainable system for cows, that they are not getting exploited, not getting harmed, because we stand on only one belief: no exploitation, no adulteration, just pure stuff. क्या करूँ सर, लिट ने सिखाया है तो हर जगह पहुँचना ही पड़ेगा. So, if this sounds like you, you can have a chat with me outside. Thank you.
So this was Deep, one of our most enterprising students at Lit School. He's not even completed his program yet, but he's already started building a very, very prestigious business, but also a very important brand for our country. And just like Deep, we have many more students, and these are just few of them. There's Rajay, there's Ansh, there's Siri. They have already started building brands, already started building businesses, and generating revenue with a profit mindset at Lit School. Right? And fundamentally, this is what happens when learning leaves the classroom and students, your BBA, BCom students, the same students who would be spending time inside the classroom, memorizing notes, taking lectures, learning business theoretically, would instead spend their time learning practically when they come to a place like Lit School. Lit School, okay, I think that's video.
One of the most ambitious schools in India for creators, entrepreneurs and marketers. Didn't feel like a school at all. It felt like a startup, a film set, a creative studio, a lab where wild ideas come alive. And yet, it prepares you for the real world better than any MBA or textbook ever could.
Most people think college is where you learn before you do, without realizing that learning only sticks while doing. That's why India's first challenge-based learning school, the Lit School, was born. For the curious misfits that learn by building.
Entrepreneurship or marketing cannot just be studied. You learn only when you get your hands a little dirty, in real time, with real brands, on real problems.
At most colleges, you learn to get hired. At Lit, you learn like you've already been hired. Every week follows our signature 3-part method, a real-life learning loop we call. Learn, innovate, transform.
Learn not from textbooks but founders, creators, leaders and industry experts who are actually doing the work. Each module starts with a real challenge from a real brand.
You don't just listen, you build. In teams with coaches and mentors by your side. You research, ideate, design, shoot, prototype, whatever it takes to crack the brief. The pressure is real, but so is the support.
Transform, you pitch. You present your solutions to a jury of industry specialists and the brand that gave you the brief itself.
This isn't theory on whiteboard, it's real. High stakes learning, and every week I feel myself becoming smarter, more creative and more confident. Because when I learn by building something and grow through pressure, I don't just get better.
I see myself becoming someone I wouldn't have recognized a few months ago. This isn't a BBA, it isn't an online course. It is a full-time, immersive campus in Bangalore.
So what happens after the program? Some land desired roles in brands and content teams. Some go independent as marketers and creators.
and some build their own brands.
But all of them leave with a work portfolio that gets them hired, a network of collaborators and mentors, and the ability to adapt in a world that's changing faster than any curriculum can keep up with.
If you are a doer, a builder, a storyteller at heart, this might just be your tribe. You don't need a 95% to get in. You just need the fire to start.
Oh my God.
So, our students just did the pitch for us about what we are trying to build at Lit School, right? When we were in college, right, all the 4 people who started it, when we were in college, we felt the problem of, I think it's sorted. So when we were in college, teachers आके बोलते थे, okay, textbook खोलो, मैं कुछ बोलूँगा तुम इसको लिखोगे, रट्टा मार के आओ, next day आके exam लिखो, right? And that happened for 2.5 years, and that's why I decided I'll quit my college. And yeah, in future I wanted to start something that gives real life experiences to students while being in the college for the 3 years that they've enrolled for. At Lit School, memorization से ज़्यादा important practical experience है. Degree से ज़्यादा important proof of work है. और teachers important है, उनके साथ साथ industry professionals को हम पढ़ाने के लिए लेके आते हैं.
So we are currently in the intersection of two very, very disruptive, two very, very disruptive movements. One is in AI and the other is in content. And both of them are changing business as we know it. They're changing the way we sell, they're changing the way we market, and it's changing the way the productivity works in our current, in our current businesses. And fundamentally, Lit School has been created to take advantage and to help the specific cause that we currently at, that 65% of the students who are currently taking up the management programs, the roles that they're preparing for will not exist in the next 2 years. So let me explain how this works with a very simple and cool example from Urban Vault, one of Bangalore's most coolest brands who provide managed workspaces to the biggest brands in the city, including your Cred, etc. Right? So the way it worked was that the founder of Urban Vault showed up at Lit School and they gave our students a very simple challenge: create a landing page and send traffic to it. Send your customers, send Urban Vault's customers traffic to it. And the way it worked was that the Lit School students got mentored by industry experts, performance marketers, content creators, etc., to learn the entire funnel, then spend time in the Innovate arena where they actually built the solutions, and then in the Transform arena where they presented their work to the founder with a 8 lakh rupee budget, which they spent as a cohort. The way, while this is the challenge-based learning method of Lit School, where students learn by overcoming challenges on a regular basis, which is fundamentally very simple, right? Every single college has a curriculum of topics, of sessions. At Lit School, it's a curriculum of challenges that you have to overcome. That's the key differentiation. But apart from these, the second thing that happens at Lit School a lot is that the students spend time gaining experience by doing industry excursions. Then they spend time completing hackathon challenges, and finally, we also take care of their mental health by ensuring that we also pay a very large emphasis on their mental health, on how they fundamentally spend time outside the classroom. There are 3 very specific programs: the Creator Marketer, the Creatorpreneur, and the Next Gen Business programs. We're happy to deep dive into each and every one of them if you'd like to. Next.
This is the current status of the programs that we are running. We are just 3 years old. We have done 9 cohorts till date. Over 300 students have enrolled till date. 150 of them have graduated. 200 industry-led experiences have happened at our campus. 300 industry partners have come to our campus. Our average placement of the latest cohort is at 7.5 lakh rupees. Our average placement overall has been at 7 lakh rupees. We have a 93% placement rate for people who sit for placements. The highest CTC for a single student has gone up to 13 lakh rupees per annum. And mind, these are students who have just turned 2021. Annualized salary across all the students combined is close to 10.5 crores. Total 5 businesses have been incubated in Lit School already, and we are going to see hundreds more in the years to come. And yeah, we have a 88% net promoter score.
One thing that we've understood is that the reason education system has broken, the best of the best systems have broken, is because they've not scaled. Which is why we've invested tirelessly in our own tool, which has seen a lot of demand from our peers in the industry, called the Lit OS. This system has been created to scale experiential learning, not just, this is like a experiential learning management system that we have developed that fundamentally changes the rules of how students learn inside the classroom. Again, we can dive a lot more deeper in the future.
So these are how resumes and portfolios look like, and this is how a lit portfolio looks like, where you actually show the work that you've done throughout the college and not just write about what you've attended and what subjects did you attend.
It's about building credibility, yes.
Within just 2.5 years, we could attract top quality guests at Lit School, from a Raj Shamani to a Ananya Birla. Ananya Birla took her own private charter to come to Bangalore and give a session at Lit School, just basis a single mail that we sent her. Abhishek Ganguly has given students a challenge that Abhishek Ganguly is the co-founder of 18 with Virat Kohli, and he is giving challenges across his brands to the students directly. No intermediary, no middleman. वो students को आके directly address करके ये problems देते हैं और students इनको solve करते हैं. These are some of the brand partners currently that we have at Lit School, from a Philips to a Angel One to a Rapido to a Ather. Everyone comes, gives their problems to our students, and we solve them. One of our problems givers, Banana Club, is also here, who have hired also from Lit School very early on. These are our unit economics. The first full year of operation, we did close to 2.4 crores in revenue, and that year we burnt in capex, opex, and the entire thing. Last year, this March, we closed our revenue at 4.88 crores, and our PBT is at 16 lakh rupees. This year, we're on track to do, so we've just moved from our old campus used to look like a tuition center in a 6,000 square feet in Jayanagar. We've just moved to a 50,000 square feet campus where we are going to scale from 120 students to 1,200 students over the next 2 years. This year we plan to achieve revenue of 20 crores with average student revenue of 4 lakh rupees. Next year we plan to do 50 crores and 75 and 112, so on. This is the use of proceeds, and yeah, sorry? Yes, the use of proceeds. Mainly it's a capex heavy business, so yeah. There are 4 co-founders at Lit School. It's me, Aryan Jain, that's Kundan, we have Arpit and Anushka. All 4 of, if you ask us कि आपका क्या background है, कौन से college से हो, क्या किया है, while we have a lot of credibility to our names, the largest common factor uniting the 4 of us is our passion for education, the passion for building something long-term in the country where we can change a lot more lives. जो हमको ज़्यादा opportunity नहीं था. Unfortunately, my mom told me, Aryan, college छोड़ दे और काम पे लग जा, and that's when I could create a business for myself, right? So yeah, we want to do that same thing for thousands and lakhs of students in the country. We believe in curiosity over fear, and that's our time at Lit School.
So they are looking to raise 12 crores at a pre-money valuation of 50.
So we are raising total 12 crores at a pre-money valuation of 58 crores. Out of the 12 crores, we have soft hard commitments between around 6 crore rupees. The kind of investors that we have mainly are family offices, influencers like Kusha Kapila, Shraddha Kapoor, food farmer, etc., and then friends and family. Our minimum ticket size is 10 lakh rupees. The reason why we are here is because last year I raised some money from one of my uncles who is a JITO member. And what I realized is JITO is not just money, it is also this massive network that they come with. And we believe that in this long journey, it is not just money that will help us, but it will be the expertise, the network, and sometime रात में midnight 12 बजे अगर किसी को call करके कोई सलाह लेनी पड़े, वैसे लोग JITO में मिलते हैं, and that's why we are here.
Yeah, over to you, Shaks.
Generally, when they do education-related business, capex is generally taken off the books and or that's not considered generally. Land का cost generally negligible कर देते हैं और बाकी opex पे focus करते हैं. Interestingly, आपका business capex heavy है, so that's one thing that you have to probably learn to sail through particularly. I have two-parted questions. One, who designs your curriculum, who approves it? Two, what is your cost of acquisition of a student? So these are the two questions I have.
Yeah, so the curriculum, so the way it works is because we wanted to make sure that the curriculum is designed in a systematic manner where it can be updated regularly. Because that was one of the flaws with the education system, कि curriculum update नहीं होता. So the way it works at Lit School is that industry experts are hired 2 months before the curriculum has to be run. We do have a standard list of challenges that we have created by working with the industry. But these challenges are updated and these lectures are updated 2 months before they actually have to be deployed. This way it stays, sort of relevant. And our program heads who we've hired, who are all from the industry, who have spent on minimum 6 to 8 years in the industry, their job is to spend time with the industry experts that we hire to deliver the curriculum, to actually design it from scratch if need be, just 2 months before the curriculum is executed. Since it's a practical curriculum, it's not necessarily a theoretical curriculum. The curriculum is a list of challenges that the students have to overcome and not to be confused with a normal curriculum which has a bunch of topics.
The base curriculum is planned by industry experts और वो base के ऊपर top-up curriculum बनते रहता है. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ base पे पूरी साल गाड़ी चलती रहती है. And our customer acquisition cost was 75,000 last year, and this year it's close to 1 lakh rupees. But because we are very new and we have a large way to go, I think over years it will go down from 1 lakh rupees to 25,000 rupees per student. Over 2 years is what we are expecting.
So we focus a lot on organic marketing, and we also focus on spending as much money as possible on student experiences and documenting them. That way, we are not necessarily spending too much money on performance marketing, but creating word-of-mouth engines, which becomes our students and the people they interface with.
Also, we calculate our CAC from start to end. It's not only the ad money that we spend, but it also includes the staff, the final program closures that finally close the student till the end, so that everything is contributing towards the CAC.
As a founder, all of you are full-time, or do you have the other business also? WLDD?
Yeah, so three of them are full-time. I am 50%, 40% of my time goes into Lit School. I run one more company that is called WLDD. It is India's largest marketing and content company. We are at a scale of 120 crores there. WLDD is the leverage that we bring to Lit School. Because of WLDD, we open up as many brands, as many creators, as many founders possible to bring it all here. WLDD is a COO-run entity right now. In next 2 years, it will be a CEO-run entity. And my larger focus over the next 10, 15, 20 years of my time will go into Lit School.
I think, Hariyat, I think fantastic what you're trying to build. I think really innovative. I always had this complaint, that the systems are outdated in terms of education, right? What you exactly learn over a period of 15, 20 years, and we actually go to start a business or go to get employed somewhere, the relevancy is very low, right? So I think fantastic on what you're trying to create. Fundamentally, I have two questions there. One, what kind of accreditations you have, right? End of the day, अगर आप घर में MBA नहीं कर रहे हो, engineering नहीं कर रहे हो या MBBS नहीं कर रहे हो, तो घर वाले पैसे नहीं देंगे. मतलब they feel यार तू पैसे बर्बाद करेगा, right? And second thing is what इसका backing क्या है? मतलब गवर्नमेंट से सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है, ये कर्नाटक का गवर्नमेंट बोर्ड से या nationally या कहीं तो भी आप you have certifications which will help them get employed as well. अगर कल आप नहीं दे पाए job, तो फिर भी कोई सर्टिफिकेट होना चाहिए कि हमने पढ़ाई किया है, we can get job somewhere else. And second thing on the business model, आपने बोला कि आप 2-2.5 करोड़ का लॉस किया था 1 साल पहले.
First year,
हाँ,
first full year.
और इस साल आप बोल रहे हो कि 16 लाख का आपका नेगेटिव रहेगा. तो उसमें आप बोल रहे हो कि आपका केपेक्स सेवी था.
Last year.
हाँ, तो केपेक्स सेवी क्यों करना है? आप रेंट पे भी जगह ले सकते हैं.
रेंट पे ही है.
तो रेंट पे आपको इतना केपेक्स सेवी क्या लगेगा फिर?
Just move to a new building. जो नया बिल्डिंग का रेंट है close to 3.6 crore annually है. And इंटीरियर में ऑलमोस्ट 2-2.5 करोड़ रुपए लग गए और उसका जो डिपॉजिट है वही 2 करोड़ का है. तो हमने 2 करोड़ को भी लॉक इन किया है.
नहीं, आपको डिपॉजिट को तो आपको नहीं लॉग इन करना चाहिए, खर्चा तो ही है वो तो आपको डिपॉजिट है.
If you remove the assets, then how much you have spent?
Operational profit we did last year 80 lakh rupees without any assets and
अब
everything.
ये बताओ यार, आपने वो P&L थोड़ा आपका स्ट्रांग है नहीं, बट आपका वैल्यूएशन 5x ग्रो हो गया है एक साल में, बट P&L वैसे 5x ग्रो नहीं हुआ है, तो इसको जस्टिफाई कैसे करते हैं आप?
Just move to a new building. In education, sir, time लगता है for us to realize a lot of things. This one building का overall 50 crore का potential है, right? And year one में in this new building we are committing to do 20 crores in revenue with 3 to 4 crores in minimum profit. So our year one in this building is going to be blockbuster. It is not an easy ride, of course, but
There was a company called as freelancer.com.
Yeah.
आपने उसको फिजिकल फॉर्म दे दिया है, ऐसा मुझे लगता
You
है.
are absolutely right.
एंड जो आपने कंपनी का नाम कहा LIT, आई थिंक आजकल लोग जेनजी लोग हर बढ़िया चीज़ को LIT बोलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
तो आई थिंक आई लव द ब्रांडिंग, आई लव व्हाट यू ट्राइंग टू डू. आई रियली थिंक यू कैन ट्रांसफॉर्म समथिंग बिगर. Only challenge is the hurdles in terms of certifications and things like that.
उस पे very quickly, sir. अभी currently हम लोग we are a skill based college. हम इसके साथ साथ मणिपाल का ऑनलाइन डिग्री उनको देते हैं. Very soon next year we are already in talks with BU Bangalore University, जहाँ पे वो लोग आके हमको डिग्री देंगे. मोस्टली ये चल रहा है नेशनल लेवल पे भी गवर्नमेंट से बात हो रही है. दूसरे यूनिवर्सिटी फाउंडर्स फ्रॉम JIIF in Jaipur to राजकोट में मारवाड़ी, इनसे भी बात चल रही है टू फिगर आउट, बिकॉज इट्स अ प्रोसेस दैट वी विल नो, बट करंटली वी आर रनिंग इट एज स्किल एंड लॉन्ग टर्म वी विल फिगर इट आउट एक साल के अंदर. बड़ा जो अगर अपने को 1000 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू बनाना है, वी विल नीड दैट. अभी अपने पास ओपन AI जैसे सर्टिफिकेशंस है. सो ओपन AI इज ऑफिशियली पार्टनरिंग विद लिट स्कूल वेरी सून.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कंग्रेचुलेशंस अरिहंत एंड कुंदन, जबरदस्त है आपका lit school.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very good actually, very good concept and very good risk taking. See, ऐसे innovators चाहिए अपने जैन समाज में, तो वो बहुत बड़ी बात है. बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपको उसके लिए. Wonderful. See, जो भी राउंड क्लोज होगा, जो भी है वैल्यूएशन, my investment will be there. That I can guarantee.
Sir, thank you so much.
Okay.
Means a lot.
ठीक है. I don't have any questions.
I just want to know, here it's written you have put about 1.9 crores, the promoters, into the company.
Yeah.
So then how have you afforded this entire shift?
So currently we have done an intercorporate loan from WLDD to LIT, and in the long run we believe we are going to... So
WLDD has given a loan to
LIT school.
Okay, LIT school.
We actually wanted to bootstrap LIT school, but then we realized it is very difficult to bootstrap this big of this thing. And we understood that LIT will have its own path for fundraising because we got a lot of interest from the market, and that's why we hived off LIT school as a separate entity, and we are going to run this as a separate
How much runway does LIT have?
Runway, so we've just closed 3 crores of bridge fund from Angel
What valuation?
It is at 58 crore pre-money.
The bridge is also at 58 crores.
The bridge is at 58 crore.
And then there's a separate 12 crores that you're raising, which has a 6 and 6.
It is part of the 12.
It is part of the, so you have that 3 crores in you, the runway.
3 crores का commitment हमारे पास है.
आया नहीं है बैंक में अब तक.
But मतलब it's just a call away. We've just
Okay.
we've not called for it.
Okay. And what remuneration are the founders at this point of time drawing?
2 lakh rupees per month.
Per founder or in total?
3 of the founders. I don't draw any remuneration.
Okay.
At the moment. That's more like 6 lakhs or like that's 2 lakhs? 2 lakh per person.
2 lakhs together, right?
We're all 30 now, so and married. So basic expenses. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good initiative, Varyant and Kundan and your entire team. I think we have another Deepak Shishimal who is building up great communities on a similar way. So I think we will be interested in funding. Let's just discuss for a few minutes.
I have a quick question, Vikas. So how does any other institute like MESA or Masters Union fare as compared to this? And what stops from anyone else from the audience to start something like this?
We would be very happy if more people from the audience start something like this, because the gap is so big. I think Deepak Shishimal sir would tell us about this, because the gap is so big that मेरे जैसे अगर 1000 institute भी आ गए ना तो भी gap रहेगा. Second, MESA and Masters Union are in the similar race. Pratham is a very good friend. Masters Union founders are very good friends. MESA founders are very good friends. In fact, they have raised at larger valuations and they have larger backing than what we are trying to do. But yeah, we fall under the same category of neo colleges.
Aryan, quick follow-up or quick comment on what you just said. See, if 1,000 colleges like that come up, there are not enough people who can pay lakhs of rupees every year to have a degree to become a content creator in life, right? You have a limitation, you have an upper cap. कुछ लोग हैं जो यहाँ पे can take it up because their parents can fund it or because they have someone who has created some amount of generational wealth to take a cause up like this. But the gap I see is that people who come from working class families or people who are having parents who are single incomed or not yet double incomed will have a huge limitation in taking up a campus like, or going to a campus like this, which costs them a couple of lakhs every year, right? So that would be my biggest apprehension when we discuss something like this.
Totally, Suyash. I think that is something that we would, in the long run, today it doesn't permit us to bring this to masses because it is not very easy to do, implement and run. So we're just 3 years old. In the long run, we will create a neo product that is priced at a lesser pricing. That's the long-term goal.
Yeah, I think that buzzer is up again. So
So, Shaks, you can decide in meantime, growth partners, Shripalji, Ombhai.
There is a company in the US where students need not to pay. Students are joining, then colleges pay the money for them. We would like to have that kind of model actually, where students don't pay fees to college pay for students to come to that.
We would love to reach there sometime in our lives.
Yep. You reach there, we will be part of that.
Thank you so much.
From the audience, let's first have the Shaks.
Three idiots बोल सकते हो, 4 idiots है. In सर घाटे में हम इसके लिए क्योंकि हम बहुत सारा पैसा जो कैंपस बनाने में गया है, that is the reason हम घाटे हैं. ऑपरेशनल लेवल पे हम प्रॉफिटेबल.
So one time cost has been already absorbed.
क्या वो कैसा होता है, इंटीरियर एक बार बनाते हैं, स्टूडेंट को हर साल पढ़ाएंगे, पहले साल में खर्चा रहेगा, आगे से कमा लेंगे.
It is absorbed. Yes,
So I think we really like lit. I think it is really lit. I think we really appreciate what you're building, but we, as usual, don't like the valuation. I think I've been given the mandate to close it at 30 crores post money, but we are happy to extend investment up to 3 crores. 2 crores we already firmly committed, and we can discuss and extend up to 3 crores. 30 crore will be the valuation.
सर 50 पे क्लोज कर दो.
नहीं हम भावतोली नहीं करते, हमको बोला गया है बढ़िया चीज सस्ते में लेके आओ. So we firmly believe we are doing great stuff, but see, there's also a lot of risk to it, right? आज regulation नहीं है, it is not regulated. आज कोई गवर्नमेंट का सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है, आपके पास सर्टिफिकेशंस नहीं है, तो उन सब चीज़ों में आपके साथ काम करेंगे. And we also have specific industries. Being the founder of Happilo, I'll also bring a lot of exposure in terms of hiring, getting projects to the thing, or coming there to talk to the students. We'll add a lot of value, not only from commercials, from building the lit brand in perspective. So firm commitment is 2 crores. Tentatively 1 crore we are discussing. 30 crore post money is the final offer. And we'll also hear from the table as well.
Shocked when you have 52 commitment already and he's asking for 30 and you want me to speak. I don't know how to speak actually. See, you have a 52 offer.
52K valuation.
12 offer hai, and person sitting here asking at 30. Now, what is your answer? I need to have a...
But the people who have given the offer is at 10 lakh rupees का offer दिया उन्होंने.
Business people नहीं है.
इनकी समझ तो समझे हम क्या है इनके मन में.
सर दिमाग में ये है कि एक बार डिस्कशन करेंगे because see we know.
Then you have offer for 52 3. माने 52 पे 3 का ऑफर है क्या आपके पास फिर? वैल्यूएशन का.
अगर 50 लाख देंगे तो
सर 58 करोड़ का ऑफर है.
अगर 12 का है आपने 30 पे है तो आपका मन में क्या बोलिए जो आप.
वही मैंने बोला ना 50 पे क्लोज करते हैं पोस्ट मनी.
वो ओम जी आप ऑफर दीजिए या मना करिए, आप हमारा क्यों डील
खराब. तो वो फ्री स्कूल चाहिए.
भाई हम तो भाव के पुजारी हैं, आपके भाव क्या है बताओ. आप इन्होंने भाव नक्की किया, इस भाव पे आप अवेलेबल हो. देखो
वो जब आप वो फ्री स्कूल खोलेंगे ना जहाँ पे बच्चों को पैसा देते हैं तब वैसा वैल्यूएशन देखेंगे. अभी तो
ओम जी आप 30 करोड़ में आप इन है.
30
करोड़ में 3 करोड़ का कमिटमेंट है पोस्ट मनी. आप हाँ या ना बोलिए, बजर बच जाएगा नहीं तो.
सर इससे क्या हो जाएगा, एक छोटा प्रॉब्लम. बाकी सारे लोगों का डिले हो जाएगा.
आप एक काम करो ना, आप एक काम करो, आप वैल्यूएशन 58 करोड़ ही लो, हमको एज ए स्वेट इक्विटी दे दो, बोलो वैल्यू ऐड करेंगे, हमको तो वैल्यू से मतलब है.
See, because everyone's coming from a different industry.
पेपर पे अगर सब लोग कमिट करते हैं
पेपर को पे आपको 60 करोड़ लिख लो, बाकी 30 करोड़ का वैल्यू
ऐड कमिटमेंट.
वैल्यू ऐड तो देखो, आई विल कमिट, I can talk about myself.
Yeah, we can all individually commit that we will definitely help wherever you feel is possible. Like we are building an industrial ecosystem. You feel someone's relevant, you can obviously reach out to us. We can have a discussion offline.
4 crores at 40 crores करते हैं, 1 crore मैं डाल दूंगा, and we'll make it a 40 crore round.
See, we are running industries. We have a campus in Coimbatore. We
Exactly.
have 5 to 6,000 students also
11
in the
students
campus.
from Coimbatore are at lit school, so it's a massive advantage.
So those advantages are there with you. But the valuation, what he told, 30 crores, उस पे कर लो.
So 30 नहीं, like कुछ भी अगर कर लूँगा ना, 30 नहीं हो पाएगा. 40 is last we can do. 4 at 40.
30 पे close कर लीजिए ना, कोई issue. So we can have a lot of tie-ups in various cities. See, JITO members are there across India. तो कहीं पे सब जगह lit school होना चाहिए ना.
What we will be doing is we'll do 4 at 40. We'll raise the.
मैं को एक बिजनेस मॉडल बताता हूँ.
उसको एडवाइजरी में हम मिक्स
कर एक फ्रेंचाइज खोलो, हर बड़े शहर में एक फ्रेंचाइज दो और फ्रेंचाइज का फीस लो 1 करोड़ रुपए, आपका साल में 10 करोड़ आ जाएगा. इसी
बस ये स्ट्रेटजी है. We have our first partners are ready. JICRC कॉलेज है जयपुर में.
I'll tell you something. At your stage, valuation actually doesn't
matter.
help you.
We
it doesn't
absolutely
matter.
believe in that.
I don't think so. You should bargain.
You should focus on money
more than
and from where it is coming from.
I think
आपको वैल्यूएशन बात ही नहीं करना चाहिए.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ 4 at 40 करते हैं या 3 at 40 करते हैं, बाकी का एडवाइजरी, बिकॉज आई एम टेकिंग मनी फ्रॉम समवन एट 58. उनको
आप पेपर हमारा भी 58 पे होगा, हमको बाकी स्वेटिंग.
Aryan, you can count them from the sweat part as well as what Vikas ji
we are
was.
going to merge that sweat only, but 40 is good number.
No. We
हम
don't
लोग
want
50 के
to
नीचे actually.
See, 30 is the final number. You take a call.
So.
Like we started the conversation, Aryan, like we started the conversation, you came to JITO for the network, for the opportunity that it will provide,
and
right?
that's why we are going.
So you should definitely keep that delta in mind.
इधर हम 5 लोग हैं, सबको 2-3% भी नहीं मिलेगा. आप बोल रहे हो मेरे को आप क्या हेल्प करोगे फ्यूचर में? कंपनी में आधा टका 1% के लिए कौन हेल्प करेगा? 2-3% तो मिलना चाहिए.
30 तो बहुत.
3 at 30 में 10% डाइल्यूशन होता है खाली.
Sorry, I am very and respectfully sorry.
एक काम करो.
sorry.
33.39 आता है, बेस्ट है नंबर. 33.3 पे क्लोज कर दो, ठीक है? ओके.
ऐसे नहीं चलता है, सॉरी सर. एक काम कर लो, आप नेक्स्ट ईयर के रेवेन्यू टारगेट जो है, यू होल्ड अस अकाउंटेबल टू इट, राइट? सो दैट यू नो दैट यू आर.
अच्छा चलो ठीक है. आई विल फ्रेम इट इन अ डिफरेंट वे. ठीक है, तो मैंने 3 पे 30 बोला, इन्होंने बोला 33 पे 3. पोस्ट मनी वैल्यूएशन की बात हो रही है. ठीक है, अगर आप समझो एक रॉयल्टी असाइन करते हो जहाँ पे वी कैन गेट अवर मनी बैक इन द नेक्स्ट 3 years, वी आर रेडी टू डू फॉर 40 and we are ready to invest 4 crores.
Sir, the royalty अभी हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. I'll tell you why. Because
then 3 at 33 will be the final offer. मतलब either or. आपने बोला हमने रॉयल्टी ऐड की है.
मैं सिर्फ 40 मांग रहा हूँ. 4 at 40. 3 at 40.
See, at this level, 33.3 is the best value actually. See, I'm telling frankly actually, because see, when I started the college, no, मैंने college 12 साल लॉस में चलाया, 13वें साल में प्रॉफिट में आया मैं. So easy नहीं है.
नहीं ये 20 करोड़ का कमिटमेंट देते हैं. नेक्स्ट ईयर जो ये प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं 20 करोड़, आप 20 करोड़ का कमिटमेंट लेके करो.
One thing. Actually, we are ready. We'll make it 3 at 60.
20 करोड़ कमिट कर रहे हैं.
You all will get 1x of your returns back over 3 years. 3 at 60, you all get 1x of your return backs in 3 years. No, we are also giving it back in 1 year, the full money.
Private discussion actually.
3 करोड़ वापस दे रहे हैं एक साल में.
By 4 at 40 and payback within 3 years.
4 at 40 पे payback नहीं दे पाएंगे.
4 at 40 payback in 3 years. It's up to you. It's a fantastic deal. आपका रिस्क खाली 4 करोड़ का है.
नहीं हो पाएगा, सॉरी. क्या हो जाएगा? It will become too complicated deal.
ठीक है, I think your call.
4 at 40 payback.
4 at 40 with payback. You can take 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It's yours. I don't think it's worth it. मतलब.
Aryan, this is just the scale what you can achieve as what your projections are. So these numbers are technically supportive to your business model overall.
हाँ? Okay, sorry. We will do one thing. We will lock 3 at.
Sir, in next 60 seconds, let's close this number.
देखो 4 and 40 में ना सारे शैंक आने को तैयार नहीं है.
हाँ.
सब बोल रहे हैं 3 and 33 में तो सब आने को तैयार है. आप रॉयल्टी पे बैक आपको जैसे कंफर्टेबल है आप उसको काउंटर दे दो.
4 at 40 पे कौन आने को?
वो 3 लोग अभी मना कर रहे हैं तो फिर वो सम बनेगा नहीं. तो 3 and 33 में ऑल 5 are in एंड अगर टेबल पे भी कोई आ रहे हैं तो द नंबर कैन गो अप. बट वो बोल रहे हैं कि उनको लगता है कि यार स्कूल चलाना ईजी नहीं है.
5 at 15 will return all the money.
Because this is 33 at post money, right?
Post money, 3 crore investment.
No, 5 at 50 will return all your money back. Well, 3 at 50.
No, but they are not very keen on the valuation. पैसा नहीं बनेगा. That's what they say because the history doesn't say कि schools में जल्दी पैसा बनता है. I think दीपक जी एकदम एक्सपर्ट बैठे हुए हैं जो स्कूल कॉलेज चलाते हैं. वो शांत बैठे हुए हैं इसलिए हमको भी डर लग रहा है.
नहीं, डिफिकल्ट तो है, इजी तो है नहीं. बट क्या है सर, बहुत
डिफिकल्ट भी है सर, डिसरप्टिव भी है, the way we do things.
3 and 33 all sharks are in. That's what the forum is saying.
Ariyant, the ball is in your court now to accept it or move forward.
ठीक है. Sir, maybe at the end, can we come and accept it? We'll just have a discussion internally.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Also from the audience, any? I call upon the next startup, Nautical Wings Aerospace. Yeah. 10% of what Shark is investing, right? So Anshu, we have one offer from the audience. 10% of what sharks are investing. 10 lakhs, sorry, my bad. 10 lakhs is the investment. At Shark's value. Now I call upon Nautical Wings Aerospace, which builds electric engines and propulsion systems for drones and aircrafts. Their plug-and-play technology helps manned and unmanned aircraft fly using efficient electric and hybrid electric power system. I request all the audience to be please seated. Okay. So this is a, yeah. Audience, please kindly take your seats. Madan bhai. Ravi bhai, please. So this is a JIIF invested startup. Let's start. On the timer, please. Aryan, please, we need to give the space, please. Yeah, go ahead. Everyone, please be seated at the back. Kindly be seated.
Check. Namaste. Wonderful good evening to everyone. I'm Shiv, co-founder and CEO at Nautical Wings Aerospace. At Nautical Wings, our vision is to electrify global aviation and leapfrog India in aviation sector. You know, last 100 years of aviation, we, people of India, couldn't do much. But now is the time we can leapfrog in aviation and set a new benchmark in aviation industry. So, yeah, I mean, everybody would love to fly 50% discounted tickets, right? Or even 70% discounted ticket. That would be soon possible with this, electric or hybrid aviation. That's where Nautical Wings Aerospace is betting on. So we are a technology propulsion company. Before I deep dive, let me play a video that will give you a brief about what we do. So these tested we did in Changla. So as we move, towards future of aviation, electric or hybrid aviation is a reality soon. So this is the product lineup that we have. So when I say propulsion, let me drill it down to a very basic level. Suppose say आपके पास एक कार है, right? कार या बाइक है, उसका टायर और इंजन आप निकाल दो, what will happen? It will not work, right? Same aviation में क्या है? Propulsion is that critical, but it is much more complicated. Till now you might have heard about Kaveri engine, right? That India is being trying to develop from last 30 years. और अभी तक हम लोग उसको develop नहीं कर पाए हैं. तो अगर आपके पास इंजन नहीं है ना, तो you cannot build an aircraft. So future, when we say next leap in aviation, if a company or anybody is trying to go towards air taxi, you might have heard about air taxis and all recently, right? They all work on electric propulsion system. And now suppose if somebody is trying to build hybrid electric aircraft, they definitely need a new type of engine. So this is where, next generation of electric propulsion systems comes into the picture. So what does it all mean? So now suppose when I say electric propulsion, it is combination of multiple things. So suppose I have a small motor over here. This is more powerful than your Ather. And I have a motor over there that is more powerful than your Tata Tiago car. So, so propellers, motors, controllers, and then complete integration system, thermal management system, a lot of things comes together. So that is what it makes. So this is the different types of power classes that we have. Smallest is 100 kilowatt. That is where you can see anything that goes to drones. That is where till 100 kilowatt goes. Now suppose say आपके पास एक drone है जिसको 100 से 500 kg भी payload lift करना है. That is where 100 kg kilowatt comes into the picture. And we are currently developing and delivering to a lot of Indian defense companies. Now, slightly bigger size is your 400 kilowatt class. That is where you're talking about, suppose say a 2-seater or even a 5-seater aircrafts. And also, this 400 kilowatt goes to your electric aircraft, eVTOLs. So you might have heard about a company called Sarla Aviation. So we are the propulsion supplier for that company. So all the electric air taxis will gonna be powered by this, 400 kilowatt class. Now the biggest leap is 2.1 megawatt class. That's a game changer. So that is where long term we are betting upon. That is about, regional transport aircraft. Now suppose say, अगर आप Bangalore से Hyderabad travel कर रहे हैं, right? These are shorter distances, or from here to Chennai. So that is what that's gonna power. So आज के time में you might have end up traveling into 40-seater ATR, propeller-driven aircraft. That engine will gonna replace. So this is the way we are going ahead. Currently, we are generating revenue from 100 kilowatt class. That is what we are selling to almost all the guys in India. So yeah, future of aviation definitely need a new propulsion system. So new means it's all electric propulsion system. Now, suppose one of the big problem is that अगर आपके पास एक drone है that is flying in Bangalore, you take the same drone to Leh and Ladakh. That will not fly over there. So the problem is the propulsions are not designed in that way. So same example, suppose अगर आप एक bike race track पे लेके जाते हैं, you cannot take same bike to off-road, right? Tires has to be different. Engine has to be different. The same goes in aviation sector. If you have different type of aircraft, they needs a different propulsion system. So as of now, I mean, in terms of market size, the total market is roughly around $27 billion. It's massive market. So we are divided into 3 categories. So our clients are drone sector, electric air taxi companies, or future electric hybrid aircrafts. So our solution to this market is integrated propulsion system. So we call it IEPUs. It's basically the integration of the propeller, the motor tailored for aviation, and the controller, and few other things comes into the picture. So currently we have in-house design, development, and manufacturing facility for composite propeller. It's based in Bangalore. So anybody wants to come look at the factory, most welcome to come over there. And we have our own unique manufacturing process with which we produce these composite propellers. So this is made from composite part. Composite material जो होता है ये 7 times stronger than steel. And the bigger challenge for this material, how do you gonna process this material? And toolings and everything is totally different for this material. So that is where one more IP is that we design our own tools. We have production machineries which is designed by the team, and this is produced in one shot. And now imagine same technique is used by Safran, which is a jet engine manufacturer, to produce their fan blades. So in terms of business model, what we do right now, we are the propulsion partner for almost top 10 guys in India, be it Idea Forge, you might have heard about that company. 3 Idiots में उन्हीं का drone उड़ा था way back in 2010. And Assyria Aerospace, Bharat Forge, Solar Industries is one of the big partner right now. They have set up a recent, I think, 100 crore investment they did. So almost all top 10 guys are our client. We have around 4 to 5 overseas clients. We have MOUs signed with few overseas companies as well. And coming to air taxi companies, Sarla, be it E-Plane or be it Blue Jay, जो भी air taxi develop कर रहा है, we are the propulsion partner over there. And we are working with a lot of Israeli companies as well, Middle Eastern companies to supply propulsion system for the aircrafts. So, I mean, our go-to-market strategy is pretty clear. As of now, we are targeting small UAVs. Next, we are going towards larger propulsion system that goes to eVTOL and air taxis, and then finally to a big size. Presently, pure 100% revenue is coming from unmanned sector, that is a drone sector. Upcoming this year, our revenue will gonna shift towards bigger propulsion system that we are already developing. Yeah, sure. So I mean, these are few strategic engagement that we did. So K Allianze is one of the giant company of UAE. It's a defense-based company. So we are the propulsion partner for their drones and for the aircrafts. So that deal is worth more than 150 crores. That is in process. And we have done MOU with Indian Army. It's a 515 Army-based workshop. So we are now very much strategically involved internally with Indian Army in terms of developing propulsion technology for most of the drones that's going to fly at high altitudes, as well as upcoming heavy payload 100 to 500 kg drones which are required in the Leh and Ladakh region. So this is the team. So we started with 3 folks way back in 2020. I couldn't add a lot of slides over here about the journey and all, but we started way back in 2016 when we were developing drones. So the company name came in 2016 and 17 when we were working with Indian Navy to develop submarine launch systems. But from 2020 onwards, we kind of shifted towards focusing on propulsion technologies that are very much critical to anything that flies. So right now, me, Praveen, and Vikas, we are the co-founders in the company. And we have 65 plus amazing team. So we have dedicated R&D folks around 25 plus, and the rest is towards production. We have dedicated team in terms of design, development, testing. And we have strategic advisor from defense, even From ISRO, we have few of the advisors who are about to get onboarded with us. Yeah, so we are raising, this is our Series A round. We are raising 100 crore or roughly around $11 million. So in this Series A, we have a CCD option as well, which is around 15 crore to 20 crore. In CCD, we are about to close within or next month. And in CCD, if you invest this year, first year discount is 20%. And next year, so first year discount is 20%, 15% this year, next year would be 20% discount for the main round, for this CCD, yeah. So our total, for this Series A, we are already active in discussion with around 10 to 12 investors. So we are about to close that as well. But before that, in these 2 months, we want to close this CCD round. In CCD, we have hard commitment of around, I would say, 12 CR. Out of 15 to 20 CR, that is our target. Pardon?
Hello?
मैं देहरादून, Uttarakhand. This is based out of Bangalore. Bangalore, yes. Hamara means R&D plus production facility is here only. So it's near Jakkur Aerodrome. Jakkur Aerodrome ke just front is the office.
How many kilowatt is that motor?
Yeah. So this is world's smallest dual rotor configuration motor. This is a mini version of this
How
motor.
many kilowatt?
This is around 6 kilowatts.
And this?
This is roughly around 35 continuous, peak 60 kilowatts.
Okay.
60.
And what do you mean by hybrid electric propulsions?
So hybrid in the sense, same motor with an alternator. So basically, imagine karo, agar aapke paas aircraft hai, propulsion would be electric. Now power source could be battery. Power source could be a hybrid engine. Hybrid in the sense over there would be an engine, turbine engine, coupled with our motor to generate electricity. Because same motor could be used as an alternator. So now the beauty is that our technology, we can scale same motor to an aircraft size, bigger motor. So this is around 60 kilowatt. It can lift 150 kg. Now for an aircraft, we will gonna develop somewhere around 800 kilowatts to a megawatt class.
What is the span of it at one charge, or however you put this?
So see.
Say ye measure karte hai, I want to know the usability.
So that's a battery side of the things.
Yeah.
We are talking about engine side of the things.
Yeah.
Engine को battery से power जाएगा.
Correct.
What we do, जो भी company अगर drone बना रहे हैं, they come to us. We take कि आपको कहाँ पे उड़ना है, किस altitude पे उड़ना है, उसके लिए we develop the propulsion. Now on the battery side, we give them the data कि इतना power consume होगा. उसके basis पे battery is designed. So our main business is towards propulsion.
The motor.
Yep, towards the motor and the propeller and these.
Okay.
So this is a very small size. We produce 3 meters in diameter. This is very small. We have a massive size that we have developed. I have a factory video as well, if you want to see. This is a factory tour video where we produce our products. If you want to see, I can play it.
Propeller.
Yeah. So this is a variable pitch system.
So assembly is good and simulation and everything is done. So Jerry has given a go ahead. Now we are all set to produce these propellers. After going.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Are there any specific certifications or any specific that you require for this, and what is going to take our competitor to develop something similar?
Pardon? Last?
First one is on the certification. Second is, what is it going to take your competitors to develop something similar?
Competitors, okay. So on certification side, जो छोटा motor है, this goes to drone industry. So drone industry में we do self-certification. So what हमने क्या किया है, हमारे facility में 10 different testing machineries are there, where motor is tested, propeller is tested. We get out the data and give that data to the client. So this is like in a drone side, not an issue. Now suppose if I'm supplying same motor to an aircraft. So currently we are working with Serla, right? उसमें it's a 4-seater aircraft. So that's a manned side of the things. वहाँ पे certification has to be done for the component. It is done through FAA. FAA US की body है. Same YASA is European body and India की DGC है. तो अगर आपने FAA का किया तो आपको DGC का automatic मिल जाएगा because we may copy the same rules. उसके लिए हम लोग क्या करें? That is where this raise is coming in. So to certify those motors, again you will have to do 10 different testing as per their standard. submit the data, then you will get the certification. So that is where, our next, these things comes in. So that is above 100 kilowatt. Now, when I talk about competitor side of the things, we have 3 patents just on the propeller design. We have around 4 patents which are filed on the motor side. Currently, there is only 2 companies globally on the motor side. One is YASA, Y-A-S-A. It's a European-based company. Mercedes की जो super cars आने वाली हैं, उसमें वो motor जा रही है. So this motor is not just for aviation. We are talking about automotive. We are talking about marine as well. But अभी हमारा primary focus is towards aviation sector. Now, where we are ahead in with the competitor, first is on the motor design side of the things, where we have the patents. Secondly, जब आप propulsion के बारे में बात करते हो ना, it's a marriage between your propeller, motor, and integration complete. That is where we are experts. So we are the world's first company, I would say, to provide entire powertrain solution to anybody out there.
I have a quick industry level question, which is payload to battery
Yes.
payload ratio, right? Looks very difficult in the aviation industry currently.
Yes.
So in that context, if that doesn't do well, this won't do well, right? So what's your take on that?
Yes. So now suppose say जैसे ये motor है, तो generally क्या होता है, अगर if I'm designing a motor or any component for aviation, it's all about कि मैं कितना कम weight में उसको बना सकता हूँ. This motor has power density of 10 kilowatt per kg. मतलब 1 kg में it can generate 10 kilowatt of the power. Automotive industry में होता है roughly around 1 or 2 or maximum 3 kilowatt per kg. So this is 4 to 5 times more power dense than automotive grade motors. So again, now suppose say when we work with IdeaForge, these client, we reduce 0.5, 0.2 or even sometimes 3-4 grams of the weight. Now suppose say to IdeaForge we have customized the propellers where we have lightest propeller in the world for certain sizes. वहाँ पे we have reduced around 4 to 5 grams. So if you reduce the weight, your endurance increases. मतलब आपका आप ज़्यादा देर तक उड़ सकते हैं. That is what the advantage to the client. Yeah.
We can have the.
I mean, our business is very technically intensive.
Technical questions definitely we can have offline further.
I think
and we were also given an
technical
opportunity.
से ज़्यादा, I want to ask you one thing. You have so many clients,
Yeah.
but your turnover is reflecting only 3.5 crores.
Yes.
What is the main reason?
We started generating revenue from 2023. So that is when IdeaForce came in. They were our seed investor as well. Now, one of the big challenge for us was to prove this product and set a production line, because now to set the production line, most of the machineries are not available in India. So we had to, few of the machinery we have to manufacture by ourselves to produce this thing. So there are a few things. One is scale in production. That has been one challenge for us. Secondly, in terms of market penetration with these products. So what happens now, suppose say, most of the companies in India were using a lot of Chinese products, all of Chinese. The challenge was there. Now Chinese are very good in terms of tech over here in drone sector. I'm not talking about the bigger motor, the smaller motors or smaller propellers. Now they got addicted over their pricing and everything, right? To overpass that, you got to go through 10 number of testings and then get to the client. So that initially was tough for us. So now second year we did roughly around 70 lakhs, and then third year we did somewhere around 1.6, and this year we almost close around 4 to 4.5 CRM revenue. We have undelivered purchase order worth of around 6 crore this year.
Varun,
now,
we need to wrap it up.
In terms of revenue, the small propeller market, now we have these products benchmarked globally. We are the best in terms of performance and the pricing.
I understand. So I heard you. My take for now is I think you need a big round of money to run this business. The smaller money will not help. Plus you have big competitor, Rifers. A very big competitor for you has got 1,300 crores right now. So I think for now I will keep myself out of this.
Sure.
Thank you.
No problem.
I think you have built a great company so far. I think the concept, the product is good, but I think still it has not hit the floor running in terms of sales. So just want to understand, you said you have alignment with the army as well and Navy as well, I don't know.
Yes.
With the government especially, with the defense sector. So I just want to understand what are the kind of orders you're expecting? Do you have some order pipeline already confirmed? Or you just have LOI, like there's a letter of intent, but there's no confirmation on orders?
Yeah, so there is both the things. One is LOI also we have, as well as few LOIs from overseas client. So that is worth 150 crores or something for a bigger size propeller. So with Indian Army, till now what has been the problem was that there was no consistency in orders to the drone companies, because drone companies are our customers. You got it right? So anybody who's developing drone, they purchase propulsion system from us, sell it to Indian Army. Now there is consistency in terms of order book. If you look at the revenue of Idea Force this time, this financial year, they have closed around 250 crores just in terms of revenue. So, but from now onwards, we have, I would say, LOI worth more than 6 to 7 crores. And overseas order worth 150 crore where bigger propulsion system comes in. Suppose say the pricing of this product.
I think in the interest of time we'll wind up. We'll catch up offline. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But
Any
congratulations on what
interest
you're
from the
doing.
sharks?
Well, for me, to be honest, I am not a pro in the space. I'll not be able to add much value. But wonderful what you're building. So if something shapes up through the JIIF, I would be happy to give an afterthought. But currently I'm out.
Sure.
Nirmalji?
I am out actually. This industry I don't know much about it.
Shikaji?
I'm out too because it is a lot of capex at this point of time, and I would like to see a little more proof before giving.
From my side, there are 2 points quickly. One is that this requires a lot more technical due diligence and a lot of things have to be there. I think post that there's any sense in making a commitment. This looks like an interesting idea to us, but it will be something that is a novelty to us as compared to, let's just say, something that we generally invest in particularly. But we would like to consider it. We will be able to give a commitment probably post understanding it in a lot more detail particularly.
Sure. I mean, if you're here, want to see products in detail, come to our office. Always welcome. It's towards the airport only. You guys can drop down.
Sure.
I'll definitely drop down your office.
Yeah, sure.
Shiv, I'm not investing, but just want to ask you one thing. Why you cannot use it in or divert your business to EV market, two-wheeler and
We are in
four-wheeler,
talk.
when you are so much powerful motors?
Definitely.
I think it works for them.
So we are in touch with a lot of guys. Ika Mobility is one of them. And I mean, my team is in touch with even Mahindra and all.
I think pivoting your business with a lower capital will make a change. Right now you're in an industry which cannot run without substantial money.
Yeah, sure. I mean, in aviation, what happens, certification is one of the big things if you're supplying. Now, suppose say, in terms of pricing, if I tell you,
we can take the
this
questions
product-
offline because there is a time constraint, please.
Just for your reference.
Any interest from the growth partners? No. So, Varun will take everything offline.
Sure.
Perfect. Sorry.
Sure.
Hi, Varun. Your proposition looks interesting and I'll be interested.
Okay.
But I have one question for you. What is the proportion of rare earth are you using in this?
Yeah, great question. It was a nightmare for us from last 8 months. Our supply chain got halted 4th of February last year after Trump announced the tariffs and all. Massive problem for us. We were, to be true, we were importing from China. China has 90% of RE material. But good news is that this motor is now with Indian Magnets. We are working with Hyderabad's based company. They have developed local-made RE grade magnets. These are called neodymium magnets. So we have.
Can you spell it out that? Can you repeat that word?
Midwest. You might have heard about.
No, the material name.
Neodymium. Yeah. So neodymium is the magnet. So inside the neodymium, so there are 4 to 5 different materials which are mixed to make a final magnet. So out of those 4 to 5, few are very critical. Suppose say 1 or 2. That is called diastereum. So diastereum is critical to maintain the temperature of the magnet. So if you don't have, your motor might not work at high temperature. So that was a big problem over here. We kind of solved it in the last 6 months. So I have Vikas, who handles complete supply chain. He's a co-founder with me. I mean, it's kind of sorted now.
So
that's a good news.
I understand that the rare earth problem has been solved temporarily.
Yes.
But not on a long term.
No, that is sorted on the long term, I'm saying. That is sorted on the long term.
Looks interesting, Varun.
Yeah.
We'll connect offline.
Sure, definitely. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, Varun, for your pitch.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Now, I would like to call upon Banana Club. So, Banana Club is a fast-growing premium menswear fashion brand focused on trendy and affordable apparels from young consumers. The company operates through 17+ exclusive retail stores along with its D2C website, app and marketplaces like Myntra and Ajio. I welcome Banana Club on the stage.
Jai Jinendra, Jai Jinendra Angels Sharks.
So Banana Club is a premium fashion brand. When we call premium, it's more of a quality which is premium, but rates are quite affordable. I'll give you a brief description about founders, and then I'll follow up with about our company. So basically, I come from a small town, town called Belati in Gadag district. After education in year 2004, I came Bangalore in search of a job. While I was working, my co-founder Prashant, even he joined me. We started as a corporate gifting employee, worked in a company for 3 years. Later started our own business. The business was going great, serving brands like Bingo, Candyman. These were brands of ITC Foods. That's where we learned the art of packaging, retailing, consumer understanding, pricing, what's the consumer market. Then we went to, after that, there was a market crash of Lehman Brothers, and then the business went down. So again, we went to China, understood the retail consumer market. We opened a tiny store in year 2012 in National Market. Most of our audience will be customer, I'm sure. We built a good business, understood the B2B market, the retail market, manufacturing. Then COVID came, and that was a turnaround for us. Year 2023, we opened our first organized retail store in Jayanagar, doing 1 crore of business in first month. We hit revenue, and that's how we started our retail chain journey. We kept opening stores, learning from everything in online business. Online was never a part of our journey all these years. We are not from a good education background, I'll tell, but still we were able to crack that. Right now we have 20 stores live in 6 cities, 7 cities, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Indore, Mumbai, Tirupati and Mysore. We are spread in high street and malls both. Parallelly, we are also available on marketplaces, our own website and app, our own app we have. Currently, our corporate team is around 70 people and backend team will be approximately 230, so 300 people approximately. And this year we have already signed 10 stores and 20 stores are more in pipeline. So 50 stores overall we are opening. Our last year's sales was 107 crores. And this year now we are doing 12.5 crores every month, which is 150 CR ARR. And this year we'll be closing anything above 200 CR, spreading in 15 cities in India. I hold a strength of business development and production and building a team. Co-founder, he is into retail management, and again, we both come from a background of understanding design, and also even he handles that. My brother is our finance and company chartered accountant, so he takes care of everything. You guys might have seen us in Pitch to Get Rich. So Karan Johar and Akshay Kumar are part of our investment team already. Right now at the ARR of 150 CR, we are asking only 2x multiplication, which is 300 CR valuation, and we are trying to raise 20 CR funds. I will tell this is the right time if someone wants to invest, because we are very sure that next year we'll be hitting anything above 800 CR valuation. And within 4 years, we are looking 1000 CR journey and hitting through IPO. Our ASP of product is 1200 rupees. Our average order value will be online 2200 and offline will be 3200. And our store size is anything between 3000 to 3500 square feet average. We are associated with malls like Pacific, Inorbit, Mantri Mall, Sarat City Mall. You can see across Bangalore and Hyderabad, like mostly our stores. But now we are spreading our wings in Delhi, NCR, Jaipur, Jodhpur, North as well. So yeah, this is our journey of Banana Club. Happy to answer any of your questions, Shanks. Thank you.
I'll also add quickly about the background as well. So while both the founders are in this business from 2012, we got into organized retail only in 2023, and since then we thought of expanding and scaling it. So 2023 we closed about 15 crores. So 2024 में 30 करोड़ किया. फिर year on year we've been growing 100%. 25 में हमने 60 करोड़ किया और 26 में हमने 107 करोड़ के close किया है. And इस year 2027 में जो target है that is 200 crores. So अभी तक हमने मतलब last March तक 17 stores थे. अभी last week में हमने 2 store open किए हैं. But for the current year, we have a plan of 30 new stores, and year on year, we surely can add 30 to 40 new stores. So in 5 years, we would like to see aiming about around 1,000 crores of mark. That's what the goal we have kept for next 4-5 years. And that's the way forward. And if there is any questions, we can answer.
And also, like, there's a proverb, you know, they tell कि आपके जो first 100 customer होते हैं वो आपके family friends नहीं होते. But fortunately, हमारे लिए सारे customers family friends से ही आए initially. That's how Banana Club has built. So why JITO or Jain community has helped us in growing? Because our initial customers were only Marwadi Jains. And that's how we have come this far. And I'm thankful to our Jain community for, you know, helping us to build. Thank you.
So currently we are raising about 20 crores and at valuation of 300 crores. We already have a hard commitment of 5 crores. So right now the ask is 15 crores for the sharks as well as growth partners and audience at 300 crore valuation at a 5% equity.
Nilesh bhai, first of all, let me appreciate you. I think you've come a very hard way without knowing a business of how to create a business, without knowing finance. Coming to this level and creating a brand is not a joke. Hats off to that.
Thank you so much.
And in no short time, you have already reached a turnover of 150 crore. That's also hats off to you and your team. I want to ask you, how do you differentiate yourself from other companies like Snitch, Rare Rabbit, who are also come up the same way? And few more companies are there in the market. So how do you differentiate yourself? And second thing is, who's your design? Who does the designing of the clothes and whatever you're doing? Because it's a changing brand. So if you can't compete there, number of stores can increase. But if you're not keeping yourself pace, then you'll be out.
So, as you said, Rare Rabbit, we don't compete with Rare Rabbit because Rare Rabbit ASP is 3,000 and above, so it comes in a very luxury segment. Snitch, yes, of course. Snitch has been heavily funded at 400 CR, almost funded. We are still bootstrapped, funded only by HNIs and you know, close relatives. Right now, our current run rate with the current number of stores, we are doing better numbers than Snitch if we calculate in that way, and growing year on year at 100% level. And talking about the design team, we have students from NIFT, JD, Pearl Academy and all. So we have a good team, a very committed team, I will tell, not only good. Almost we have 300K followers on Instagram. And we have a very strong hold in fashion. Most of the Gen Z and the millennial crowd we target. Online we do 6 crores business per month, which is, you know, very tough to crack, but still we have done it. So yeah, these challenges we don't see. If I see in India level, there are only 2 brands in men's segment which have done 100 crores plus business in this segment, which is Snitch and Banana Club. So we don't see much competition at a population of 150 crore in India and the growing market of fashion. Men's has actually started wearing now fashionable clothes. So we see a bigger market, and I think this hurdle we have crossed, and we don't see much competition now in future.
So for the audience, the ASP that we are talking is the average selling price. So India में 1300 रुपए पे अगर garments कोई बेचता है तो उस segment की बात कर रहे हैं. And in that segment, in men's fast fashion, there are only 2 brands in India as of now. That's Snitch and Banana Club. So the potential in India for जैसे अभी बहुत men की भी, not just women, आजकल men के भी जो aspiration for fashion is increasing, and that's why the potential in this segment.
And also the unorganized market, which was a big market in India, is converting into organized level. So if you see the online business is growing, parallelly the organized retail is also growing rapidly. And quick commerce is our next challenge. We have already started. We have already associated with companies like Slake, Not Now, Xylo and all. And we are in future, we are building our own tech, which will be finished in next 3 to 4 months. And also we are converting our stores into dark stores. So 60 minutes delivery we are implementing. And a lot of new things we are adding. So I'm sure with this all strategy, we'll be achieving our goals.
So answering to Uncle, so first 3 years, we were PAT positive. Last year, in the growth journey, we are EBITDA positive, but PBT negative. Yeah, but and again in 26, 27, we have projections wherein we will be PAT positive.
Yeah, Nirmalji.
Yes, actually, I just Nileshji, this nowadays the generation actually is not stick to one brand. Kabhi ye liya, kabhi wo liya, so, and lot of startups are coming in this industry of clothing, menswear. So how would you be able to increase your revenue and EBITDA?
See, there are a lot of brands. We are competing with Tata, Reliance, Birla. If you see, it's not that these brands are not existing. But if you see the new age brands, what they have created, still they are not able to survive. But we have cracked this and come this far. So I'm sure. And now the CAC has become so expensive. The Meta ads, the Google ads have become so expensive. To start a new brand and to do that is very difficult. I'm sure many youngsters who have started can relate this. Now we have already built a community. We have already built this, stores expansion. Our stores are all profitable apart from one store, again due to some mall thing. So what we see, our offline, stores are performing well. Parallelly, online we are, growing day by day, and that will come. We are already positive this month. So that's how we can see that, now only by adding more stores and adding good fashion, merchandising, we'll be able to grow. And we don't see such hurdles anymore because we have already built the community. We just need to, keep going that momentum.
Any specific USP of your product?
Yes, so 20 years of our hard work is been paying off now. So the whole, the hard work of B2B, manufacturing and retail unorganized, what we have learned, now we are putting into an organized way. And if you see, the people who have cracked this business, like Manish from Rare Rabbit, is from, again, a manufacturing and a fabric background. Siddharth from Stitch, again, he comes from a B2B background. So the brands who have cracked this knows the knack of fabric and garment industry. So it's not that easy. If you don't understand art of garment making, you will not be able to crack the business. So our, 15 years of hard work in this industry is paying off now. Yeah, so that's the key and USP, I'll tell.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we have, yeah, Vikachi?
I think you built a quite a brilliant brand. I think to relate to this scale, and you have not raised funding, you said, except the HNIs.
Yeah, HNIs and
so currently, how much equity is with you and the team? 83. And this is your first raise, you can say, at this level?
No, we appeared in
How much you have raised so far?
We have raised about 20 crores of equity till date.
And why do you want to raise now? What is the legal requirement?
So definitely for the expansion, we have plans of 30 new stores. So 30 new stores will definitely need capital. And
do you also do franchise?
Yeah, we do have franchise model as well. For the expansion, till we raise fund, we will depend on the franchise model for growth. But however,
why do you want to open your own store when you also have franchise? How do you see franchise profitability and your own store profitability?
See, we don't differentiate stores between franchise and owned.
Till now, profitability.
No, I'll tell you. So till now we have 17 stores. All those stores were COCO model, which are company owned, company operate. Only in the month of April we started launching this franchise model. So now the stores that we already see, whether it is franchise stores or company owned stores, more or less they do 20% plus EBITDA. So we have a revenue model of 10% for franchise and 10% for us.
Okay. Yeah. Can we have the offers from the Shark?
Yes,
10% so revenue share.
It's a revenue share. We take care of the rental and
net of
electricity.
expenses. Yeah. And expenses are on the company. So 250 crores in last June at a valuation of 250 crores. There we raised about 15 crores.
Pre-money.
And pre-money. And this year from Jan, we have raised till date about 7.5 crores at 300 crore valuation.
So we are coming at the same value
right
now.
Yes, it's the same valuation for next 15 crores.
Great.
Honestly, at 150 CR ARR, we are asking only 2x multiplication.
And जब 250 crores valuation था, उस time पे company का monthly turnover था 7 crores, and now it is almost double.
12 crores.
But the valuation is still 300. So to be honest, जब VC और funds के पास हम लोग discuss कर रहे हैं, the valuation that we are quoting there is 350, 400. But जब HNIs के साथ हम लोग discuss करते हैं valuation के लिए, there we have to give them an entry at attractive rate because आप सब लोग support करेंगे at this stage where the company need, right? So at this stage, we don't want to increase any valuation further.
And about our products, I think we have audience who can give a review, so we don't need to tell about most of our audience are customers, so they know about our product and they might have seen our stores as well.
And just to add, see in India, there is a potential of at least 200 to 300 retail stores for this particular segment. And right now, what we are talking about 1,000 crore mark, we can achieve in 100 stores.
So this is the most unorganized sector where you are trying to do organize.
Yes.
This is one of the toughest business to crack. If you have seen brands like Aditya Birla, Reliance, they are struggling. So fashion is something very tough to crack.
Yeah, that is where I think the moat also, because it is so tough, right? The fashion keeps changing. Every 6 months, 12 months, people suddenly change, and you end up with a lot of inventory and a lot of stocks which don't sell. I think that's one of the biggest industry problem. I hope you would have done well on that side. And I just want to know, what are your monthly write-offs in terms of, or annually, what's your write-off in terms of non-moving inventory or scrap sales and things like that?
So honestly, we haven't done anything till now. The reason I'll tell you. So Myntra being our third partner after our website and stores, so we try and liquidate our stock in Myntra, and now quick commerce has taken over. So even we are trying to liquidate stock. After that, we put a sale in our own stores. साल में 2 बार ही लगाते, ज़्यादा नहीं लगाते, or else brand dilute हो जाता है. But we have done that exercise, and we see major of our stock getting out. Now about fashion being inventory days, of course that's the best thing to tell. उसके लिए we are constantly working on a tech side, so our inventory days becomes better and better every day. And one more thing, as you said, how do we keep fashion on toes? See, every week we have new styles in our stores. That's the fastest way to keep going. So we make sure that our store freshness keeps remaining and our inventory keeps churning faster. And as we are expanding our stores, I'm sure the inventory days will get much better because we'll have a bandwidth of rotating our stock.
Fantastic, I think that's it from my side. I think
so. We can have the offers from the sharks, please.
Nilesh bhai, I feel you are undervaluing yourself.
Yes.
Maybe on the floor you are saying, but I don't think so. You should do undervaluation because it becomes a benchmark. And I would suggest, if you want a fundraise help, I will do that personally for you. But for the brand you have created, brand ambassador, product, pricing, everything is perfect. Please don't undersell. If you are raising any money here, please do it on a convertible note, which you convert it at a discount is my suggestion. And I'm not for a fashion brand industry. I'll be out. But anything on a funding side, help you need, please contact or we'll be in touch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So let's have the offer from other sharks.
First of all, guys, like Sir was mentioning, I think kudos to you on creating a brand, especially in a retail space where you're able to create a niche for yourself. That's hard, especially with a customer that's getting more and more options every day. So that's a big plus point from my side. Generally, I focus on industrial ecosystems. That's the focus on which I generally tend to work with. FMCG is not my key area or key focus. For that reason, I'll be out. But very excited for your brand and all the best.
Thank you.
For your answer, Uncle, the exit option that we have is at 1,000 crore mark, we would like to list the company for IPO. And in terms of valuation, the multiples that in this segment, 4-5 years. 5 years. And the valuation that in this segment, sorry?
How much money?
100 to 150 crores. Right? With the plan that we have for, that is the institutional fundraise, which is already aligned. And the multiples that works in this segment is 2x to 4.5x of revenues. So currently, let's say we are at 100 crores. So when we reach 1,000 crores, the valuation could be 3x, 4x, all of that. Yeah.
Yes,
guys, I don't think I'll be going ahead with this, but all the best to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be investing, but I'll just asking the payback actually. What is the payback?
15 months.
Of my investment.
Store,
मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट का पे बैक पूछ रहा हूँ भैया, स्टोर में तो 15 महीने में आ जाएगा।
So I'll
इन्वेस्टमेंट का पे बैक का कोई कैलकुलेशन है
So in
आपके
18
पास या कैसे?
So-
If you are paying back means we can invest actually. That's what I'm telling.
So in 18 months, would you expect payback at a valuation or at a fixed IRR? So to be honestly, the exit or the payback would be in the further fundraise, the institutional fundraise that will happen. So in that round, we may be able to give you exit. So we expect at least 2 rounds before the IPO.
So when are you planning the IPO?
When we hit 1,000 crore marks, where at least 4-5 years.
Okay. So you want to go main board only, not SME IPO?
Yes, sure. Yep.
And Nirmal ji, any offer?
बोलता हूँ बाद में बोलता हूँ.
I think on the offer side, we didn't, on the entire panel couldn't actually make a view through. But if you can connect, commit something on a MOIC, and a guaranteed returns on investment, we can actually discuss on investing. But currently, as the current offer, I think we'll not be taking forward. But I think, but nothing to disregard what you built. Maybe we are just not collating with the industry. I think you have built a fantastic brand and super proud of what you have built. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I now call upon the last startup, Better Nutrition. Better Nutrition is building India's first science-backed staple system combining biofortified seeds, soil nutrition protocols, and validation of guarantee measurable nutrition in all the floors. So Pratik Rastogi.
Hello, check.
Can I start? A very good evening to all the esteemed judges, and thank you so much to the JITO network for this wonderful opportunity to present our mission, Better Nutrition, today. Today in India, nearly 70% of us have problems of different micronutrient deficiencies. Almost all of us, all of our families are deficient into key nutrients like zinc, iron, calcium, vitamins, and various other minerals. So almost more than 60% of women and children under the age of 10 suffer from problems like iron and anemia, iron deficiency and anemia. And most of this is attributable to the simultaneous decline in the nutrient value of the staple crops that are produced in the country. Since the Green Revolution in the 1960s, India has been able to increase and work upon its yields and quantums by usage of high-yielding varieties of seeds and usage of soil practices which help to increase quantums with the farmers. But this yield-obsessed agriculture has also resulted in the simultaneous decline of nutrition value of the crops. Today in India, the food that we are eating, the everyday wheat, rice, millets that we are eating, compared to 1960s, the food that our grandfathers ate, it is now down by nearly more than 50% in the nutrition that is there in the crops. To solve for this, various solutions have emerged. Today we are in the age of supplements. Food cannot solve it anymore, so industries have come up with all kinds of supplements, pills, powders, to ensure that we can meet it beyond the food. The government has also tried industrial fortification. So all the atta, rice that is eaten, government has mandated mixing of various minerals and protein, vitamins at the factory level. But at no point of time we have made an effort to try and increase this at the farming level itself. This is where Better Nutrition comes in. Better Nutrition today has provided a solution by working on the biofortification supply chain. Under biofortification, we work with farmers to introduce biofortified seed varieties that have the capability to absorb more nutrients from the ground once the plant is growing up. And further, we work on targeted soil and crop nutrition protocols with which, should I wait? I'm sorry, do you want to have the food first? Actually continue? All right. Other than the seeds, we work on targeted soil and crop agronomy protocols with which further we are able to increase the nutrient uptake of the grain. So now imagine this. There is a seed which can extract more nutrients from the ground, and we are replenishing the whole environment of the plant with more nutrients. So at the grain level itself, there is much more nutrient inbuilt into it. We validate this with the farmers by using very advanced XRF technology. At the plant level itself, we can scan the crop and understand what is the exact mineral profile of the crop. Once it has been validated, we pay the premium to the farmers. We then process these crops into everyday usable products like atta, rice, all of the millets that you're seeing, and it reaches the urban consumers pan-India across all of e-commerce and quick commerce at the moment. This ensures that everyday consumers, without the usage of any supplementation, by just consuming these everyday crops and food, they can meet their body's requirement of key nutrients just through food itself. Can you play this? Okay, this is how we use the XRF technology to scan the crops at the farmer's level and understand an entire profile of what all different nutrients the farmer has farmed for. In the recent years, a lot has happened along with the Indian government. The government recently launched the Sehat mission, which is government's push to mainstream these biofortified crops and varieties for the Indian farmers. And that's a huge plus for us because we've been working on this category for nearly 6 years, and government has just launched this about a week back. Government has recently, again in the last 1 month, taken a huge U-turn on its industrial fortification policy. So for 10 years, the government said that we will mix the nutrients into atta, rice and take it to the population. But government said no more industrial fortification, and the age of biofortification, which is increasing all of these nutrients at the seed level, is now beginning to start up. Other than that, major podcasters like Raj Shamani created content and videos on mainstreaming biofortification, again in the last 1 month. We as a company have already, for the consumer awareness bit, we've already signed up with athletes like PV Sindhu, who is a 2x Olympic medalist, is a brand ambassador, as well as an investor into the company. We also have Master Chef Pankaj, who is India's first Master Chef, as yet another brand ambassador investor in the company. Very soon we are announcing 2 more Bollywood celebrities, as well as 1 celebrity nutritionist, one of the top in India, for educating the urban consumer around the benefits of these biofortified crops. None of these people have been paid by us. They're all participating in the company as investors like yourself, because they genuinely feel that this mission needs to be built. About our team, I'm Pratik Rastogi. I went to IIM Ahmedabad's 2016 batch. I did my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. I did my degree in economics from SRCC, Delhi University in 2012. I was working as a consultant with Strategy and before I joined this. My co-founder is Aishwarya Bhatnagar. She comes from food sciences and nutrition background and went to IHM Bombay. She leads the whole new product development for us. My colleague Vivek Pratap Singh is a founding team member, Chief Growth Officer. He went to IIT Bhubaneswar and FMS Delhi and looks at the whole operation excellence. And in the room present with me is Mr. Rohit Trivedi. He is the former e-commerce head and lead for all of Ashirwad, holding a portfolio of nearly 900 crores under him, and has now joined us for the love of the mission to lead our business operations as the Chief Business Officer. A recent fundraise that we did about 6 months back, we raised around 12 crore rupees. You will see, we were joined by esteemed investors. The Winners Fund, Hyderabad Angels, Venture Catalysts, these are all our institutional investors. Even the Thai Global Angels were also an investor into this round. And there were various angels who are from the food and nutrition space. For example, Wellbeing Nutrition's founder, Mr. Avnish Chavaria, Max Protein founder, Mr. Vijay Tarwar. These people joined the mission. There are 2 agri giants, Mr. Amit Agarwal leads Star Agri. Mr. Pradeep Dhovale was the former executive director at ITC Foods, led Ashirvad for 15 years. So these are the kind of people who see the vision in what we are building and have joined us as investors. Other than this, obviously, there are two sharks, which is Namita Thapar is our investor. Mrs. Radhika Gupta, the MD of Edelweiss Mutual Fund, is our investor. There are others like Shantanu Deshpande from the Bombay Shaving Company, who is, has a barbershop fund, is an investor. Mr. Varun Berry, the former MD and CEO of Britannia, is an investor. So yeah, these are the kind of people who are not just invested into us, but they're supporting us in every way possible to build this mission because they see that how important this is. A bit on the numbers. Last year we completed an overall top line of last year we completed 10.6 crores. In the last year, preceding financial year, we completed a top line of 23 crores. Out of this 23 crores, we have revenue from two streams. One is selling the agri inputs to the farmers for the production process, and one is selling the FMCG produce, maybe buying back from the farmers and selling it to the urban consumers. So roughly an equal split between both these streams. The FMCG engine, if you see, has been growing massively. When we started off, we were just doing short of 50 lakh rupees a quarter. But the moment Shark Tank happened, we directly jumped to about 1.3 crores a quarter. Since then, it's been a continuous jump quarter on quarter. And in the last quarter, we completed almost 4 crores from the Better Nutrition brand itself. In addition to this, we get additional 5 crores last quarter from the agri inputs, almost totaling of like more than 9 crores in the last quarter itself, putting us in for this year into a very easy position where we'll achieve somewhere in the order of 50 crores minimum this year. So that's the ARR wherein we are at. All right, so just on the fundraise and ask, at the moment we are doing a bridge pre-series A round. This is just a run up to the largest series A round that we want to do. For a series A round, we already have commitments in the order of around 50 crores from existing investors. But right now, that will take more than like almost 9 to 10 months to complete. In the meanwhile, we are about to enter the modern trade channel. We've just struck a partnership with the Reliance Retail Group. So we had the direct discussion with Mr. Damodar Mal, and we'll be entering Reliance Retail on all the stores. For that, we are raising about 8 crores at a pre-money valuation of 130 crores. The last round that we did about 6 months back happened at a ceiling valuation of 95 crores, where we raised 12 crores. We still have more than 10 crores in the bank. So yes, now we're raising 8 crores at 130 crores. Yes, on the request, the minimum ticket investment has been brought down to 50 lakhs, but we would prefer ticket sizes on 1 crores plus at the moment. That's it. On the end, I would just like to leave you with one thought. For nearly 7 decades, we have been feeding ourselves with food that nourishes us and feeds our stomach and fills our calories, but we've not been getting the right nutrition. Nutrition is something that should be everybody's right in a country like India. Today, we have a massive opportunity to support the government, the scientists who have worked on this beautiful tech called biofortification, and together we can ensure that over the years, nutrition becomes mainstream to agriculture and food, and Indians are able to solve for this problem just using staples and everyday food itself. That's it.
First of all, congratulations, Pratik, for building such a great product and a brand. As you tell, like, lot of products in India are there which only filled of calories.
Yes, sir.
But these zinc, iron, calcium, etc. are not there. And in our discussion also in the morning, you told that protein products are more available in the market.
Yes.
But products with such zinc, iron and calcium, these particular things, mostly doctors prescribe tablets right from the age of 1.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Great packaging and a pitch.
Thank you, sir.
I'll just transfer.
Quick question, Pratik, which is about, so let's just say this packet costs 150 rupees per packet. What would something similar without a fortified technology or without the product be costing them, and why would the end, I mean, who would be your target audience typically?
So at the moment, once we started off, once we're getting to the 100 crores odd journey, it is obviously the people who are more health conscious. They are either consuming something like an organic staple. Organic simply tells them, look, there are no pesticides in this. That is something we do. We do no pesticides farming, but organic doesn't talk about nutrition levels at all. We are further able to increase nutrition beyond making them pesticide free. So it's an organic plus category. So it's priced around 20-25% more premium to this category. The consumer is already paying a price for for some health benefits, value-added category. So just price on 25% premium to that, which is, historically the sweet spot for the consumers to switch.
Varun, sorry, Pratik. You said you have revenue from two sources. What are the two sources?
So once we do the production activity with the farmers, so we have to give them the seeds, then we have to give them an agronomic protocol, which is a patented technique. So we give them like crop nutrition, soil nutrition products, so that they can further increase all of this. So that becomes a byproduct revenue stream for us. Then we buy back the crop, we mill it into products and sell to the urban consumer. So that's an FMCG line. So agri inputs and FMCG.
Okay, and what stops any other big brand to come in this industry and do the same thing?
So if you will see, it is quite a complex science in itself, biofortification. A lot happens on the ground. There are seeds which need to be there, and they need to work in tandem with all soil and crop agronomy protocols. So it's not like that, zinc and iron and calcium can increase altogether. They compete with each other. If, let's say, the soil doesn't have the right pH, then it can block the nutrition from increasing. So a lot needs to be studied, learned. Any company who wants to come in, they need to do the diligence on the seeds to understand that these seeds will not only make great nutrition, but they will also form for good, tasty products, and they should be available at scale. Today, the challenge is that seeds are only not available at scale. It is an extremely recent innovation. So we have taken lead in creating seed banks, farmer networks, developing the testing mechanism on the ground with the farmers, so that every crop and batch that before we procure, we can test it for nutrients before we are procuring. So we've done all of the hard work, and that's what puts us in a leading state, and that's why we're the first movers in building an entire category like this.
What's the current capacity, and with the same team, what is the maximum capacity you can increase your business?
So at the moment, let's say we did last year around 12 crores odd produce. This year we are planning around 35 crores odd produce, but we can do up to 100 crores odd produce given whatever farmer base and network we have. Further, we have got 2 national level collaborations. So Star Agri has become our investor, and they've opened their whole gates it's a huge agricultural organization. So they are opening the gates and allowing us to work with their farmer networks, produce in multiple states across the country. That's becoming better. We've also forged a partnership with another company called Arya AG. It's another agricultural startup. So again, a similar partnerships. So all these companies are very okay because nobody can give the farmer an opportunity to value add and buy. We are unique in that sense. So we are very welcome that way. So this problem we are solving at scale. And the other, where we are becoming masters of, is how quickly we can make the consumer aware and sort of make the validation and ensure that the consumers are aware and buying the category.
So Zuari, I think, is one of the biggest in agri product.
Yes.
I don't know how much you can collaborate with them, but if you can, I will be happy to open doors for you there. And I think I had a detailed discussion with you. I have understood that you have a unique positioning. I'm happy to commit 1 crore if you're okay with 100 crore valuation. In fact, my colleagues are also ready at that valuation, so overall it can be decent.
Sorry. The last round happened at the 95 crore ceiling valuation. So, and bridge karo in the sense, sir? हाँ सर मतलब that.
See, fundamentally, I just seeing your ragi packet. I think one thing you have named the product brilliantly well. Better nutrition tells everything about the storytelling, what it does. And packaging is aesthetically very nice. I think you have done a great job there. I think my challenge comes with, because you are addressing to, say, top 2% or 5% of India. The problem is, how will it become mass? Because currently, ragi atta sells at something around 60-70 rupees per kg in India. You are trying to market it at 170 rupees per kg.
Sorry? What?
Your MRP?
No. So I got you a question.
The MRP is 170. You might be selling at a discount of say 120, 130, but still is around 1.5 to 2 times the normal ragi atta. And you're saying up to 2x. You're not even claiming 2x in clarity. You have a star disclaimer there. So all these things, will it not put ambiguity in a customer? If I want to buy, I really like the product, but it said up to, then I have to do research. Why don't you claim exactly 1.6 times calcium, 1.8 times X and 1 times X and Y? Let's have more clarity, because the people who are trying to buy it actually are buying it for the same reason. Up to is a lot of ambiguity.
I'll give you the answer to this. See, unlike factory-made products and things like protein, atta, and like nutraceuticals, which you can make it very sharply, this is an agricultural product. In agriculture, even with different soil conditions, there could be variance in agriculture. So this is an attempt to be extremely honest with the consumer and say that, look, it will actually increase in a range. It could be 80%, it could be 120%. But if you want to know the detail further, we are giving you the QR code and we are giving you the precise batch-wise testing with your report. So you can get the detail from the consumer.
Batch-wise testing will add a lot of cost, right?
No, because I'll show you that video. We have our in-house XRF testing infrastructure. So we've invested in the XRF lab once. It costs us about 75 lakh rupees. Now every test can be done for about 300 rupees.
Then that's good.
Yeah.
So you're saying up to is intentional because you're not sure every batch can vary.
Yes, there is this. See, if you're on the back, any company which is into agriculture will write that it is all subject to agriculture.
And I have seen your products on quick commerce as well. I think, right? But sometimes they, do cut a lot of prices. How do you manage that? Because quick commerce, they do what they want to do when they want to acquire consumers, right? Today, you allow them to do what they want to do, or you control the pricing?
So somebody like Rohit sits in Bangalore, and he is from this e-commerce, quick commerce background. So we continuously, fight with them and tell them that, look, you cannot do this, you cannot undercut the prices. So we are developing that relationship one by one as we are raising in stature, and as the volumes are increasing, our negotiating power is getting better. Also, yeah, sure.
Just a quick question. Are you paying any royalty to any of the universities or anything? Agri-universities or anything?
Yes.
You didn't mention that.
We work with some of the agriculture research institutes in India, like Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So we work with Indian Institute of Rice Research, Indian Institute of Pulse Research, Indian Institute of Wheat and Barley Research. Our key effort is that whatever science has been created, we make it actually, we execute it on the ground, ensure that it's a farmer success, it is a consumer success. That is the main effort. But also we've been able to work with some of the global leaders in this space, organizations like CIMMYT, which is based out of Mexico. It is the NASA equivalent of Agritech, and some of the varieties are coming from there. And we've also been able to develop them as private label varieties.
So basically what happens is you are doing research is done by the universities. They are making it. You are just paying the royalty, taking the technology, and you are commercializing it.
Yes.
Well, DRDO is doing the same thing. There are a lot of, because I have got a lot of friends who are doing this already.
Yes.
I've already invested in a similar company. So what happens is they have collaborated with the universities. They are taking the product. They are just doing the better packaging and marketing, and I don't know, should I call it a fad or something? And they are selling it that way.
So one thing is that the seed tech is there. As I said, seed tech alone is not sufficient. Beyond the seed tech, you need to run the whole agronomy protocol.
I know. I have a lot of friends into agri, this thing. Basically, it is contract farming, what you are doing.
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing is, you are actually selling to the farmer at a premium price, and then again buying that same product from them at a premium price, and packaging it and selling it again at a very premium price. This is what is the whole...
This is how typically the whole organic certification, like organic farming chain has worked.
It's a pyramid.
This is the newer evolution of something like organic, where nutrition density increases. It's called biofortification.
Just one question. I mean, when you give the seeds to them, you give a protocol that they are doing this thing. But I have seen this actually happening. The seeds are given, but the pesticide usage is still happening with the farmers. You cannot stop that.
So agriculture is a whole ocean. Everyone
will
do all
I am
kinds
just
of
trying to
things.
tell you, if you are trying to tell us that, it's, I'm suppose you're not telling it it's an organic farming, because organic farming, the word itself is a fad. If the soil hasn't been used for 15 years, if there is no pesticide used.
We cannot generalize something and say entire organic farming is a fad. There are whole states Now, we should be proud of this fact that the whole states which have turned entirely organic. And,
it has taken 15, 20 years of effort.
A lot of people like us have come in with the intent of trying to do something genuine, and we come with the credibility and are ensuring that this is getting done in the right manner. Thank you.
Sir, shall I take one question or you would answer them? Sir, first of all, for selling your product or raising your money, why do you want to put India under a nutritional crisis? You cannot put India under nutritional crisis, and it is not under nutritional crisis. Just for selling your product, don't do that. Or just for raising money, don't do that. Maybe you have an XRF, or maybe you have so many things.
This is not my word. This is Modi ji's word that I will probably be reiterating.
Sir, they are trying.
India today is
it is not nutrition deficient, or it is not under nutritional
today
crisis.
Is under
Please understand
bottom
that.
5 globally. We are behind Pakistan. We are behind Afghanistan. We are behind Bangladesh on the global hunger index, and we are ranked 105 out of 127 countries. If this is not a nutrition crisis, then what is? And these are not my numbers. I mean, you can just Google and see whether India is a country which is massively deficient into nutrients or not. You can always form your opinion about it.
Today you are only catering to a drawing room citizen or a drawing room person for this product. But let me tell you, even if you go down by the village, maybe you have a contract farming, say 1,000 acres, 2,000 acres, 5,000 acres, I presume 10,000 acres. You know what is the agricultural land available in India? In Karnataka alone, we are at 1,25,000 hectares of agricultural land. 1,020.
I mean, these are good things, but
I'm sorry to tell you, sir, but the question of what
doesn't solve the problem.
He has given that India is under nutritional crisis is absolutely wrong. There are thousands of agricultural institutions which are working on it, which are working very hard. Okay,
I think suggestion is that you can change the same proposition in a different words, which makes it more positive for the public.
See, कोई negative चीज को positive बोलने से negative नहीं हो जाएगी.
नहीं.
One thing we should all do, I will request
See,
everybody
I'm not speaking about ambiguity.
Please go home and just test yourselves for iron.
Fair enough. That's a debatable thing.
And you will
So
find
let's go to the sharks for any further queries, or we can take the offer.
Well, I've tested myself continuously. I find myself to be deficient, and a lot of people in and around me, despite eating good food.
Okay, so we all sharks have agreed to put in money. We are okay to put in about 3 crores at same valuation. What I told you, 100 crores. If you're okay, then we will all put together. If anybody from the...
Sir, I very humbly, I appreciate the offer a lot. But I have a couple of reasons, why the number 100 crore. If we are about to do almost 50 crores in turnover this year, and I've given you all the answer that we've struck the partnership with Reliance, we have struck a partnership with Akshay Patra Foundation. Even they want to procure our goods and supply to school feeding children. Our quarters-wise numbers are rising, year on year. We are doing almost 3 to 4 celebrities who are joining the mission. If you're doing 50 crores, I'm barely asking for like a 3x kind of a multiplier at 150. On this 150 crore number is where all of these Bollywood celebrities and all will be investing the money. That's what we've pitched to them. For JITO, given that there were existing investors who, we already discounted it to 130 crores. And there is another logic, sir. 60 crores ka valuation we got on Shark Tank India when we went in 2024 December. We are in 2026. So my only submission to you is, whatever you will say, I will agree. My only submission to you that if we set this precedent that I raised 60 crore valuation in 1.5 years, I'm still stuck at 100, then after 6 months or 1 year, you will also question me, Pratik, you need to go to 200 crores. You have to be pitching this number in the market and getting this valuation out, because the existing investors also want to see a movement and...
Pratik, can you be louder?
No.
Sorry, sir.
The journey anyway is going to change, there's no doubt about it. And we will bring a lot of value addition to the table, as I told you earlier also. So don't look at just numbers, because at the initial stage, I have many startups, you are aware now. So I think the numbers in the initial stage doesn't matter. And the growth story after that, the next fundraise will be totally different than what you're talking today, as it was different 1 year back or 1.5 years. And your recent raise completed only a few months back. So I'm not asking. That's a common ask by everybody. So not asking too much. So
one practical challenge I will tell you, sir, technically in this, the last round was on a convertible note round. So if I do 100 crore valuation, then I have to convert everybody else at 80 crores at 80 crores valuation, because there was a 20% discount note offered to the investors. So the founders or the company will get diluted, by almost another 3 to 4%, which is another 3 to 4% of money I cannot raise in due time. So that's one challenge. I would humbly request that instead of 130, if we can do 120, just because to keep your words and that. If we can do 120, then the previous people will convert at the ceiling, which is 95, and you will do the price down at around 120 crores valuation.
Pratik, one question. You mentioned that there is a 50 crore commitment for the next round.
Yes.
Can you just highlight upon that?
There is a existing investor who runs a major agri company in India. They've already raised like almost $100 million plus. They've already opened a synergy with the company, and they are interested in putting almost in the order of 50 crores in the next series round, but we are still giving it time. We are currently charting out the whole synergy structure with the company, what all synergies are there, and we will take it up in due time. I did share those details with OMG in a more transparent format.
See, I think a little bit of sensitivity is there on the valuation piece, because end of the day, I understand where you're coming from, but I think few months back only you have raised it, say, at 80 crores or something like that.
95.
95. So we have been fair in asking 100 crore post money or whatever, but pre-money, post-money, pre-money bola tha, so I think that's a fair ask, I feel. And I don't think you should optimize to the T, right? Sometimes capital is more important in the bank than optimizing in the equity. If tomorrow you have, say, 65% or 64.5%, the world will not change.
It is okay. I mean, if it was only for your thing, then it would still make sense. But I'm telling you that the people.
If I come individually, I'll ask for sweat equity also.
Sorry?
If I come individually, I'll ask for sweat equity also.
Understand. But I'm saying that, if I do this as a price round, then even the existing investors, I will have to take a major hit.
We can figure out paperwork for that. Don't worry on that. We'll figure out. We'll find a way. We'll ensure that the valuation on the books looks good for you.
I would still request that we can lock this at 110, so that just, that I am also fair, and we can all be fair to the existing investors. That's it. Next time.
But the consensus on the stage is not coming to 110. That's the kind request.
See, my only question to you is, do you see this?
I don't believe in too much negotiation. I believe a founder has to work for its aim. We are okay with that. Thank you.
So it's an all sharks deal at 110 crore. Vikasji, it is 110 crores pre-money or post-money?
Should be pre-money.
Pre-money, and investment commitment of 3 crores. Anyone from the audience? All shark deal. It's a all shark deal.
Thank you so much, Guru.
Anyone from the audience who wants to? Yeah. Sorry? 55 lakhs. So we have 55 lakhs from the Baldota ji. Vimal ji.
If anybody has a doubt, I will just say one point, that I have been I'm a very stubborn person, and I have had a habit of not failing. मैंने CAT crack किया था 99.63 percentile पे in the first attempt. I went to institutions like SRCC. मैंने जो भी आज तक dream किया है, उसको ambitiously fight करके मैंने achieve किया है. So if you're investing in me, I will ensure that I do not let you down, and this is not an investment you will regret.
Great. We are soliciting some interest. So we have another commitment of 50 lakhs from the from JITO North MC committee.
Thank you so much.
Sir. So with a total investment of 4 crore 5 lakhs. So we have a so it's a all MC deal along with the sharks. 4.1. 4.3. So it's a 4.3 crore at 110 crore pre-money valuation. Congratulations. Great. So I request all the sharks to come here. Vimal bhai, aap bhi aa jao. How much? He wanted around 8 crores. So we have. aa jao sir.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Shri Vikas Ji Gulecha. And you have really kept it engaging, energetic, and insightful. So thank you so much to all the sharks and all the JITO members. We have felicitation now.